Hello and welcome to the Sports Corner Watchalong Live. Here we are. It's Leeds United versus Fulham for our Premier League game today. And actually, it's a double header today. We've got two very good fixtures. Leeds United versus Fulham first. Well, it depends on this, isn't it? If it's going to be a good fixture or not. But we also have got Arsenal West Ham, which is going to be coming up a little bit later tonight. And joining me for this game, we had an absolute thriller, didn't we, the last time we were here? And he's back again. It's Rowan.
Hello. How is everyone? I'm good, thank you. We're actually next to each other now. It's not virtually. Yeah, we had a great game last week, solid 4-3. So I'm back for Leeds again. I think I might be their mojo. But I'm a big fan of Tony Khan.
That's why we picked this game out.
Why I've been given Fulham Leeds. We're either going to get a great Championship game, or we're just going to get a really boring Premier League game.
Well, that's the thing. Hopefully, it's a good game. The last time, as we said, we did a watch along with each other. It was the Liverpool versus Leeds game, which was a very, very good match indeed. Plenty of goals, and of course, today it's a very different fixture as Leeds take on Fulham. Kick-off is in about 4 minutes' time. And this is an interesting game because it is two sides, as you said before, that were in the Championship last season. And we could get a very Championship-esque game. Hopefully, fingers crossed we don't. We want to see some goals today, which we've just seen about an hour ago, maybe even less than that. Everton versus West Brom, that was on. 7 goals in that game so far.
Again.
Hopefully, maybe we can get more than one in this game. So we're going to go talk through the lineups while we've got a little bit of extra time. So there's actually been a change in the lineups for today's games last minute. So Leeds originally were going for a 4-1-4-1. That's now changed to 2 up top. The reason why is Pablo Hernandez has picked up an injury. He's picked up a groin strain actually in the warm-up, which Phil Hayes just tweeted out a couple of minutes ago. So Raphael Bogus has come to the bench. Rodrigo is now starting, which means they're going to go 2 up top, Bamford and Rodrigo, which we did say in that Liverpool game. We expected them to make a change to go to top, and they didn't.
They did an out-and-out switch, so it'll be very interesting. Obviously, we'll be keeping our eyes on our own teams as well, for Rotherham and Oldham both playing today. But yeah, Leeds, I think it's the same side, obviously, without Hernandez and with Rodrigo in. And they played well. They did play really well against Leeds, so it'll be very interesting with them.
Yeah, indeed. One change, Cooper's coming in place of Struick.
Cooper was injured, weren't he?
Yeah, apart from that, it's the same side out for them today. And of course, as we said, Rodrigo's coming for this match. So it's 2 up top, which I'm looking forward to seeing how that works. And then Fulham, which we haven't actually watched yet in the Premier League. 4-2-3-1 today. Areola, who's joined along from PSG in goal. Joe Bryant, Odoi, Hector and Tete in the back line. Tete again, another one of the new signings from Olympique Lyon. Midfield 2, more of a defensive midfield 2, Reed and Anguissa.
Both new side. Well, Anguissa's come back in. Harrison Reed obviously signing from Southampton.
Absolutely. Midfield 3, Reed was there on loan last season as well. Kamara, Onuma and Ivan Cavaliero, former Wolves player. And then up top, he didn't actually start in the game that they played off against Arsenal last week, but he's back now. Mitrovic.
Yeah.
Which has been a fantastic player for Fulham since he's joined. Do you think maybe today he could be the difference maker for them in this match?
He knows this side. He played against them last season. I don't know what his record was like against Leeds, but if we know he can score goals, and I think if you can get that first 10 minutes, just get a feel for that game, he could be very dangerous against this Leeds defence.
Could be indeed. Sure. The players are just coming out now for this match, so sit back, relax and enjoy. You're going to be able to see in the top left-hand corner the time of what we're seeing on our screen. So we're going to be a little bit behind compared to the rest of you, but make sure to not spoil anything in the chat as always.
Appreciate it.
We don't want to see any goals early before we've seen them. Chris has put highlights. Hope you both well. Happy my local town Carlisle won comfortably 2-0 against Southend. 2020 can't shock us anymore. My local town winning and keeping a clean sheet. And then prediction, which we'll talk about in a second. Yeah. Leeds 3, Fulham 1. Ooh. What's your score prediction? What are you feeling for this game?
I'm going to go 2-0 Leeds.
2-0 Leeds?
Yeah. I want them to pick a win, but like you said, we haven't seen them this year. They didn't play last week, did they? Yeah, they did. I don't know. I think Leeds will have that momentum coming off the Liverpool win. You've got to ignore what happened midweek with the Carabao Cup and Hull loss. Both teams didn't play the best sides. But I think you're coming off a 4-3 loss to the Premier League champions, and I think you surely should be picking up a win here.
You'd expect them to. I mean, the side on paper, they did so well against Liverpool. You know, we watched that game ourselves. They, had more possession than Liverpool did. As for Fulham, they lost 3-0 against Arsenal, which I think was an expected result. To a certain aspect, Scott Parker, which we're just seeing on our screen right now, is probably hoping for a better result today. But it's the first time Ellen Road has hosted a Premier League game in 16 years, which I think this is the game I think fans will be really excited about because they're seeing their Leeds side at home.
Yeah.
Of course, the last time we saw them at home, I think was against Derby in the Championship a couple of months ago, about a month ago, maybe a month and a half. So it's been quite a bit of time since then. But hopefully today we don't get mixed up with the three players who've got the ponytail.
No,
which
that's
is,
Philip, a problem.
I think it was Philip, it was Harrison. And then it was Ayling.
Phillips, Harrison and Ayling. You look at the bench, Mount Rodak, Tim Ream, Lamina, Kenny, Knockout, Niskas, Cabana, Decordova. They've actually got a decent bench, Fulham do.
They've made a lot of decent signings, and we said about it before on the podcast, which you haven't watched the podcast, by the way. It's now available on the channel. It was uploaded about 12 o'clock today, so do have a look at that if you want to make, kind of see our predictions for the season ahead. But we said before about Fulham, they've made a lot of signings. Ariola, Tete, obviously Lamina's on the bench today as well. Knockout too, he was there last season but joined permanently. It's alright, but they've made a lot of signings. Do you think it could go the same way again this season where Fulham are going to have a little bit of extra time for these signings to gel?
Yeah, because they're running the risk, as they did when they came up first time, of just spending money, not paying off, then they're having to pay it off basically in the Championship. It'll be interesting to see how that defence fits in with Tete, obviously the new signing. You look at a lot of the players that they signed were there last year.
Yeah.
So they already sort of know the club. Ariola in net is a keeper, you really don't really have to worry about him fitting in particular. All they've got to do is stop a shot. But Leeds haven't made major signings that would affect the balance of the team. He's only been in Rodrigo, who is the newest comer. Correct.
I think in the squad currently today, it is just Rodrigo and just having a look now to see the rest of the team. Rodrigo and Koch, of course, who didn't have the greatest of games in the world, but the game has just kicked off. And with Fulham, they've gone, I think, down, as you said, there's a lot of players they've signed permanently that were there last season. So if you compare it to the last time they were in the Premier League, it was more of a case of every signing had to really gel instantly, while with this one, they've already had a season at the club, and apart from the likes of Tete and Ariola in goal, the rest of them
they'll be very used to it.
Should have a connection with each other.
Yeah.
But the game has started. I'm going to put onto the screen now, 30 seconds into this match, in the top left-hand corner. You'll be able to see the time that we're currently seeing on our screen. But hopefully we have a good game of football, because so far the Premier League, since it's returned, I can't really think of any bad games. Maybe Tottenham-Everton was a bit of a slow one.
Yeah, but then Everton produced that 5-2 earlier.
Absolutely.
You hope for a good game, you really are. Like we talked about earlier, that the quality of football for some reason has been incredible since we've returned. And I don't know why, as Fulham do come here.
You see Van Cavallero just at the edge of the box, but some really good defending there from Mattis Klick, which, by the way, now we know what formation Leeds are going for. 4-4-2 they're now playing today. They were originally going to be playing a 4-1-4-1, but as we said before, Pablo Hernandez picked up a groin strain while practicing ahead of the match. So we have got Rodrigo and Bamford up top together. Bamford, do you think they can get a connection tonight between each other?
I think this is the biggest opportunity for them both to prove why they should be starting. Just because Bamford, he scored that goal, but he didn't have an amazing game. Rodrigo gave away a penalty.
Yeah. He
didn't have an amazing game. So maybe both of them together can do something different. Use Rodrigo's pace, use Bamford's holding up of the ball more to their play to their styles a lot more than when you're having one man be able to just screaming at his team already.
He's a very enigmatic person, isn't he, on the touchline? I think we saw him in the Liverpool game when they went 4 goals down. He was not happy in the slightest, and we kind of said, I think you can look at that game last time they played against Liverpool and say that they could be a little bit disappointed that they didn't pick up 3 points in that match, but we've got a free kick here for Fulham, a foul on Mitrovic, about 25 yards from goal here. There'll be a few players stepping up for this free kick, and I think the player stepping up, it looks like, is Harrison Reed, and also Joe Bryan, who did score a free kick in the playoff final, of course.
Yeah, this will definitely be crossed into the box, in my opinion. You've got Mitrovic and Hector both there, and Zamagreis as well, who's tall. I'm just trying to name all the tall players.
Here we go then.
He's definitely been crossed in.
Yeah, you can see here the idea that's going on, and they're just reading. It's Joe Bryan obviously talking over this one. You can see this is the perfect position to whip this one into the back of the net. And
Michael Hector's jostling.
And I think that's where they're going to be guiding it towards. It's lobbed in by Bryan. He was actually gone for goal. Ooh. And I tell you what, if you look at Meslier's position there, I think it was a good opportunity on goal from Bryan.
Could have gone in easily. Meslier is at the centre of his goal. I don't think he actually expects a shot. Luckily, Brian puts it wide.
You can see how far away Meslier is from the right-hand side of his post. That just a little bit nervous time there for the French goalkeeper as Leeds play it from the back.
I think as Hector was moving around so much in that box, I think it was obvious that they were going to cross it in. They played out. It's Leeds on the counter-attack now. So the ball played down the wing. It's going to be Harrison who chases it. He doesn't chase it. Goes straight to Areola making his debut. Obviously, not the PSG man.
He's an interesting one, Areola, because they signed goalkeepers last time they were in the Premier League actually to go in goal. Fabry was one of them from Besiktas. He came in and tried to do a good job. Should they have maybe put a little bit more trust in Marat Rodak from the Championship?
I think you should have given him a chance to shine before you bring in Areola. But maybe it was he wanted to bring in a goalkeeper to test Rodak, but they needed one quickly before everything started. Mm-hmm. So it's one of them things that I think Rodak's very unfortunate, but you have got a good goalkeeper in Areola.
A little bit of extra competition.
He's played, and he's also Areola's played at the pinnacle of French football, hasn't he? And
Spanish Madrid as well.
Yeah.
He was there last season. Calvin Phillips has got a corner here for Leeds. He's going to whip this ball into the box. It's not the best in the world, but it has come down here for Leeds, and it's off the post and in! Oh, it's Helder Costa. What a strike.
Wow.
Oh, what a goal.
And he's opened so much space at the back post. He controls it lovely, hits it on the half volley, rattles off the crossbar, bounces in, and what a goal. Areola, I don't think can do anything there. Helder Costa hits it with so much power.
That is an absolutely fantastic goal.
And I think it's Ayling who makes the run to just block Areola. Goes from post, he's clearly offside. And it's flicked on, I think, by Hector and Harrison Reed. Helder Costa taps it in front of him, hits it on the half volley. No Fulham defenders near him, and Areola.
I mean, you see there when the cross goes in, it didn't look like the greatest cross in the world, but it's a fantastic touch from Helder Costa. Just takes it down, hits it, not first time, lets it have a bounce,
that's an incredible finish.
And it comes off the post and in. Sorry, the bar and
in.
I
think you see Harrison Reed's at fault there. He puts his back to the ball, and he just heads it back. That ends up at the back. No one marking Helder Costa. And
what
I thought
start.
It looked like going for Raiola, and then boom, just hits with so much viciousness, bounces off the crossbar. And what a start for Leeds. That's
a really, really good start. It was a fantastic goal there from Helder Costa. It's his first Premier League goal of the season for Leeds as they come forward again here, and it's Helder Costa, the goal scorer, trying to make an overlapping run there for number 43, which is Matthias Klick, but it goes out of play for
another
a
corner.
Really good start here from Leeds.
And I'm guessing Fulham will mark Helder Costa now. Calvin Phillips, who does cross it in.
I will read your comments in a second. Chris has put a couple of questions in the chat, but it's a very bright start, and Calvin Phillips is going to whip this one in again. Can they make it two in quick succession? Lofted in by Phillips towards the near post. It's cleared away, and that chance goes wide, but it does come back here for Leeds. And it's Stuart Dallas causing the attack. Lofted in by Calvin Phillips. It's not the best touch in the world, but I tell you what, that ball from Calvin Phillips then was absolutely exquisite.
Yeah, Rodrigo just can't get it under control, but such a bright start for Leeds.
Welcome to the stream, Jocelyn. He's put, have Mitrovic in my FPL. Well, he should have had Helder Costa in because he's got an absolute cracking goal a moment ago to make it 1-0 to Leeds United.
It's not being given as a foul, and Leeds will come again.
And there's a good chance here. It's Matthias Klick with the ball. You can see Bamford making the overlapping run, but he can't get the ball guided into his path. Now it's with Rodrigo. It's going to be laid off here for Calvin Phillips. Oh, it wasn't the best outside the foot pass in the world. And now Fulham can get on the counter-attack here. And Justin's put, damn, the overlay looks a lot better now. What do you think of the overlay?
It looks so nice. You've done a good job.
So it's something a little bit different. It looks more fresh and not as tight with everything on.
No.
But Fulham are coming forward here. Ball lofted into the box towards the path of Mitrovic. You can get a touch, but it's cleared away. And wow, what a start here. It does seem to be... these Leeds games so far in the Premier League have looked very
energetic. So energetic.
Really good start. And well, Scott Parker's got to be absolutely fuming. There's not much there that the goalkeeper could have done.
I think it's just an organisational.
That's the word.
Point. Well, yeah. Oh.
Well, Fulham are coming forward here, and I think it's Ivan Cavaliero trying to get in a foot race here with Robin Koch. But
it was Koch and Ayling who came together. Which, no, we went from your own team.
No, we definitely don't. But if you're a Leeds fan right now, this is the first time we've done a Saturday 3pm kickoff as well, which is, you don't get to see them, of course, usually with the 3pm games usually being blackout in England. But Fulham have got, Leeds have got a throw in their defensive half here, and what a fantastic start. And while it's a little bit quiet, we'll answer some of Chris's questions. First of all, What's your thoughts on Bale returning to Tottenham?
Great. He needs to get out of Real Madrid, go to a club that he's familiar with. Obviously, he's out for a month, you said, but I think he'll be a nice little addition to them. Pick up a couple of goals and assists. I think Son will still run that wing. Same with Lucas. But yeah, I think it's a decent signing. You're not getting him permanently. I think it's the Region one which is a bit more interesting because obviously United didn't want to play the buyback, but I think for Tottenham, you're getting a great left back who's going to replace Ben Davies.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting, even if you've got him for a year and Real Madrid, you're not losing anything. You're losing money. You're not making much money, but you're going to have an incredible left back for his first season. And let's say Region can push him. He's got such good experience of the European experience that let's say Tottenham do go on this Europa League run through qualifying. Sorry, I'm just seeing how the cost goal is incredible. They go through this Europa League run. It'll be very pivotal to them because he's got
the experience
with Sevilla.
Exactly, he's got the winning experience as Fulham come forward here. Potential opportunity for a chance for Mitrovic. He's just at the edge of the box, takes a touch. He's just on the outside of the box now. He's going to lay it off into the path of number 10 United, which is Andre Frank Zambo Anguissa. Try and say that.
That's going to be a mouthful.
That's going to be an absolute mouthful. But with Fulham here, they've got to try and get something back in this game.
They've just gone from their own attacking half to nearly back to the centre backs. I mean.
Oh, wow, that just sums it up. Oh, my God, Michael Hector there. We've probably one of the worst passes you'll see in the season.
He does really nice. He takes it out of the back, gets past one, and then he just plays. That could be possible. One of the worst passes I've seen.
I think it's as bad as the Renato Sanchez one. Can you remember when he hit it when to the sideboard?
When he thought there was someone on the sideboard?
Yeah, it's absolutely awful. Jocelyn's they're only paying half of his wages as well for the whole Bale situation, which is fantastic for them, even if he is out for a month.
I think he'll go back to a Premier League club.
Hopefully so. And Chris has put as well, are Everton really top of the league? I thought I saw that on FIFA, but I was wrong. My bad. They are, after that 5-2 win.
I put in predictions they're going to finish fourth. Just saying.
What a start, though. I mean, you can see that how everything's changed from the last season, from the midfield. Tom Davies, always a lovely bit of work from Mitrovic, but the ball's been given away. And you can see how Tom Davies and Andre Gomez last season to the midfield three now of Decore, James and Allen has changed it like that.
It's such a change in that side. Who would have, if you were an Everton fan and you said, so this season you're going to have Tom Davies and Andre Gomez. Next season you are going to have James Rodriguez, Allen and Decore. You would laugh at them. You really would.
Absolutely. And it's just been a great start.
I would say with Oldham, Zach Durnley has picked up an injury in the pretty much warm-up. So Danny Rose in, which is what you love to see. With it obviously happened with Leeds, happened with my team now. And also it happened with another my team, Halifax are winning.
Not bad. We've got to keep our eyes out because, of course, this is 3 p.m, which there's a lot of games going on.
This is like the 3 p.m. goal show. Halifax are winning, though. You've got my second, my local.
But if you have enjoyed the stream so far, if you are new, as always, do leave a like and a subscription. It's greatly appreciated. We've got plenty more Premier League watch-alongs coming, which we've got, as I said, another one coming tonight, actually. Arsenal taking on West Ham in a London derby. I'm going to be back, and Kieran L will be joining me for that one tonight. Should be a very good game of football indeed. But so far, we're 11 minutes into this game. It's Leeds 1, Fulham 0. Helder Costa with a fantastic finish from the Portuguese winger. Although Fulham are coming forward here, and there's a chance which is going to lead to a Fulham corner.
Fulham have had actually a lot of attacking plays, just nothing substantial in the box or a shot. We saw Mitrovic, Fulham nearly work a real love goal, Mitrovic faking it. But I think if he chases onto his own ball, he's got it. But instead, he expects someone to be there. Is that Kenneth Ete limping?
It looks like he's limping very slightly. I don't think it's nothing too serious there. But Fulham have got a corner here. And, well, we've just seen a set piece from Leeds a moment ago that led to a goal. If Fulham can do the exact same thing, we've got a game on our hands. We said it could be a very good Premier League tie or a Championship-esque encounter. And so far, it does feel like a very good game. Corner's going to be lofted in here for Fulham.
Oh,
Michael Hector. Oh, well,
it's Robin Koch.
Say,
that's lovely.
He's got to do better.
I think that's Robin. If you watch, Robin Koch just brings himself in front.
Do you know what? Actually, give him credit there. Robin Koch has done very, very well.
That's going on I think it's going straight to Mesley's hands.
I think he gets the slightest of touches.
It comes off his head.
Really, really good defending there from Koch. Because I think had he not got a touch, would have probably been 2-1.
It's either a goal or it's Mesley being forced to make a good save here.
Got another corner though for Fulham.
He just tracks his run. How Rotherham getting on?
Not too bad, 0-0 right now in that one. I'm nervous though. Corner's going to be lofted in here.
Oh,
and it's
back out
wide of the goal for another corner. And the corner there whipped in by Joe Bryan. He's going to get the ball and whip this in again. It was Bamford who got the clearance this time. Here is Joe Bryan there on the left hand side. Third time lucky maybe for Fulham here. They want to try and get a goal back in this as early as possible.
Cross will come in. Is it?
Should come in soon. Here we go. It's taking its time. I don't know what's happening here. I think maybe the referee's
Ref's having a word.
Having a word. He is indeed. So we've got a slight little break, which gives me a chance to have a look and see how Rotherham are doing right now. Probably 1-0 down. But
Even before the winning.
Chris has put the cock pronunciation.
Cock.
Robin Koch.
Oh, if you want, you might have to have the
Still 0-0, not too
cock.
bad there.
Cock. It's cock in it.
Yeah.
In English, it's cock.
It is
cock.
indeed. Going to be lofted in. Joe Bryan. Straight to the Meslier.
Please
Although
shoot.
It's going to come out for Harrison Reed. Takes on the shot and well. That would have been a lovely goal.
If that was a little bit behind, he could have thinking he has to move back though.
Good chance though, and I think the important thing for Fulham here is trying to get a bit more possession in this game.
Well, in the past 3 minutes, 4 minutes, they've had more than Leeds. Been a bright spot. Oh, very risky from Leeds here.
I don't like this playing out from the back Leeds right now, and I say it every time, but it's just so risky, and you can see that the Fulham players up top, especially the likes of Mitrovic, are coming back to press the Fulham back line, and we saw a couple of times actually where Liverpool had done the exact same thing and put them under severe pressure.
Like, what was this? So when Rodrigo did come on, and even Bamford, when they were trying to pass out the back, Alisson had to make some nice little passes just to save the bacon. Whereas now it's Leeds sort of being under this pressure.
We know what Bielsa's is like. I'd probably say he's a very stubborn person. He's the type of player manager to, if he's not working out, play out from the back. He will keep doing it until it eventually works.
Try again.
Exactly.
What's that? Oh, it's hit the cameraman. I wondered what it was. I thought it was a statue at first.
Statue at Ellen Road just stuck in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah.
Well, Calvin Phillips has had a fantastic game so far. There was the one little opportunity which he tried to feed in towards Bamford, which was a lovely pass. And then, of course, he's got the assist now for the corner, which was a lovely weighted corner.
How old's Bielsa?
Bielsa, I can't remember off the top of my head, to be honest. I think he's getting on with age.
Yeah, he's got to be.
He's got to be, but Fulham, his Leeds coming forward in. It's the goal scorer, Helder Costa, on the far right-hand side. He's trying to use his trickery. It's lovely work from him. Still got the ball up against Joe Bryan, but Joe Bryan comes out on top, and he's going to give a throw-in, I think, to Fulham.
65.
65?
Yeah. Imagine this game with fans, or the first game in there.
I think Ellen Road would be absolutely bouncing right now.
It would. I mean, you probably expect it's going to be busy outside, as it was when they got promoted, but still.
I mean, the thing is with Leeds, as much as people do hate them this season, when fans get back in there, it's going to be bouncing as Helder Costa tries to lob a ball into the path of number 22, which is Jack Harrison, but Ariel is able to organise his back line and pick the ball up. And Ellen Road this season, if fans can get back in by the end of the Premier League season, it will be absolutely bouncing. As
much as I think in Yorkshire there's a dislike of Leeds, probably because they're one of the most successful Yorkshire clubs in terms of notoriety and name.
Yeah.
Obviously Sheffield United getting there the year before. But that's poor.
Michael Hector's having an absolute stink here. Well, he's just hit it against Harrison Reed, and he's very lucky that either Rodrigo or Bamford wasn't up top.
Mm-hmm. He's very lucky there because it's twice now that he's just made some hospital passes. Some
really
horrid
risky.
ones.
Not the best start in the world for him, but looking at possession right now, you can see how even it is. 50-50. It's a very, very tight game so far, but Leeds, of course, with the advantage of the goal.
Yeah, I mean, Fulham, it's great pressing by Leeds there to force Fulham mistake.
And this is where Leeds can come forward here. It's Rodrigo on the ball, who's had to come in last minute today. Pablo Hernandez out injured. Mm-hmm. Hopefully nothing too serious for the veteran Spaniard who plays at Cam. Going to go long ball here into the path of number 2.
Ayling.
What can Ayling do?
I think I've learnt the ponytails.
Yeah, I think we're learning slowly. That first game where it was, is it Ayling? Is it Harrison? Is it Phillips?
We've all got it. Phillips has got it on there. Ayling's got it there, and Harrison's got it there.
See, the thing is, if we just keep doing Leeds United watchalongs, eventually we'll just get to a point where we know him like that.
You're going to learn the top knots of every single
But
Leeds.
that is Calvin Phillips, and he's gone down, which the referee has given a free kick. And
great opportunity.
Really good position for a set piece. Alexa's put Hector, by the way, welcome Alexa, hope you're a good pal. He's put Hector and Dennis Adoy isn't even League One defence. And to be honest, when you actually look at the back line, which we've actually got on the screen right now, with Adoy and Hector at centre back, that is Championship-esque.
There's only one there that I think guaranteed Premier League. That's Tete. And I think Joe Bryan's had a decent game in the past 2. But yeah, you look at the other 3 and you think Championship. I don't think it's League One, but I do think it's definitely Championship.
But we've got free kick, as we said before. It's going to be whipped in by Calvin Phillips, who, of course, whipped in the corner not too long ago for the first goal of the game. And could we maybe see here Leeds with a second goal in this match within the first 18 minutes? It'd be a dream start for them if they can. And Calvin Phillips lobs the ball in.
Areola
Good
as well.
save there from Areola. It's going to drop down here into the path of Helder Costa. What can he do?
Yeah, he's
Ball's
actually
bobbling.
smart. Ooh, but he's actually smart there because he leaves it.
And, well, he's got the ball back again. It's Helder Costa this time. Going to get it towards Calvin Phillips.
Harrison.
Lovely run from Jack Harrison. Could be laid off here
Harrison
into
now.
Calvin Phillips, who can't get the ball.
Harrison. That's Calvin Phillips.
That's Phillips. There we go, Phillips.
There you go.
We will learn eventually. There's
We'll get there.
Phillips.
There you go.
And now Robin Koch on the ball. Some lovely work here from Leeds as they try and push forward. Aylin goes for the cross, and somehow it's nearly got into the path of Patrick Bamford. But
If that goes
Areola
in,
can get the ball into his hands, and that was not the most convincing cross, but nearly ended up in the back of the net.
it's nervy there for Fulham. It's an awkward deflection and does bounce. And Bamford can get onto that, flick it on. Steady. I think it's one of them awkward ones that you don't know what to do. Areola just collect though.
Very good work indeed. Carlisle defenders Aaron Hayden and Rod McDonald are even better than them Fulham defenders.
Wow.
So there's
Tell
not an
that to the
appreciation
tell
for the
that to
back
the
line.
Oldham team who's got to beat you, Chris. What? Oh.
Oh no, Alexis. But also, I don't know if you guys saw or heard of the 6-6 game that happened in the second round of the Europa League qualifiers.
Yeah.
Mental.
Ended in extra time.
I'm looking forward to that because we said before about the Europa League. They've done the draw now, of course, for the last round of qualifiers, and there's a potential chance to see Besiktas versus AC Milan, which in itself should be two sides that should be in the Champions League or Europa League.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And then the other game, which I think is the one I'm looking forward to the most, Rangers versus Galatasaray, which on paper is a mad fixture because if fans were there,
That's a great ball.
good work there from Mesley to get the ball. If fans were there, Ibrox would be bouncing, and the Galatasaray fans would have flares out in abundance.
The atmosphere, you look at each and think, Jesus Christ, the atmosphere, them two fans so passionate about the clubs.
Yes.
That'd be amazing. Obviously, Tuesday, my boys, Slavia Praga.
Which we're actually going to be doing a watch-along.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do the Champions League playoff watch-along, which is going to be good fun to see how that goes. Of course, Slavia playing in that game against Midtjylland. And Chris has put Carabao Cup row, and we will see who wins in the league with a winky face.
Yeah, we got further in the Carabao though, didn't we? Like, and we all love the cup. We all definitely love the cup. It's not like we're going out to by Morecambe.
As Leeds come forward here, and it's going to be a driving run from number 20, Rodrigo. What can you do with the ball? The Spaniard still got it. He's going to lay it off into the path of Click, who was going to go for the
Big
shot first
opportunity now to
time.
counter-attack Fulham. Why is he doing step-overs? Just run.
And here they come forward now. Not the most convincing in the world, but it's Ivan Cavaliero who's left himself in a bit of an awkward space. Going to have to play it back to Joe Bryan, and it's played back
There was
to
no one there for him to...
the defence.
No one... Is it Anguissa there? Anguissa? Just no one gives him the ability to pass to him.
I think what you said, Anguissa going for the step overs probably fucked him up there, but they've got it forward here somehow.
If he looks
up,
up...
Josh Onimer. He does look up. He has listened to you, and it's
He can hear me. He's got him on. He's got AirPods in. He's watching the top corner.
Two former Portuguese wingers at Wolves in Cavaliero and Helder Costa playing off against each other today. Actually, good teammates back when Wolves were in the Championship. But it's Fulham coming forward here. Mitrovic, poor touch from the Serbian there, which gifts it straight back to Leeds. Although it's been gifted straight back to Fulham here, and it's Amber Anguissa who's going to take the shot on. And it's a great block.
Is that Liam Cooper?
That is indeed fantastic block from Liam Cooper there.
Talk about centre backs putting the body online. He's done that because that could rifle in. You know, he's hit it with so much venom.
We've seen goals from similar positions.
Yeah.
Can you remember Pedro Obiang when he scored against Spurs?
Yeah.
Very similar position where he's just not necessarily in the middle of goal, but he's a little bit towards the left-hand side. Get a bit of
rifles
swerve.
top right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Sure. So a quick check of all the teams, I think.
Got to make sure we haven't conceded or anything. But 22 minutes in, Leeds 1, Fulham 0, and Fulham have just got a little bit of a foothold back in this game after the opening goal in the match so far. But there's no other Premier League 3 o'clock fixtures on today because, of course, of the way the Premier League's working, because fans not being in the stadium, which is not too bad. But at the same time, sometimes it's nice to have a couple of different games going on. Yeah. But Chris has felt sorry for Oldham, decided to gift him a place the next round, Rowan. I'm glad you thanked us for that.
You say gifting, I say played off the park. Nah, we'll wait until the league when we play in the league, because currently our league run has not been good.
But here come Leeds on the attack once again. It's Jack Harrison trying to go down the line. It's a great tackle from Michael Hector. He's had a bit of a shoddy start in his first 22 minutes, but that was a fantastic tackle from the former Sheffield Wednesday centre-back.
It's the one thing I like about seeing these teams that have come from the Championship. They play with the aggression that Championship sides play with, where in the lower league, where they won't be afraid to just put in a meaty tackle or be that aggressive player. Whereas I think some defenders in the Premier League are very standoffish, but they'll make the tackle eventually. Whereas these Championship sides are not afraid to just go fully in.
Well, we saw today with West Brom. Obviously, they lost 5-2, but they tried their very best to come back in the match. I know, of course, they had the 2 red cards, one for the manager, one for Gibbs, but it was expected that we're going to get battered. But they tried their very best. I mean, the first 15 minutes they looked really good against Everton, but
I was asleep.
Didn't get to see. It was a very good goal as well, actually. Diagana.
But there was, I think, that we'll talk about it probably more. But that Everton side does look really, really scary. Like really scary. Like your 3 midfields and DCL, Richarlison.
Well, that's the thing. The only thing that's changed, and obviously it's still free signings, but it's just the midfield. They haven't signed any forwards or centre backs. It's literally just the midfields that changed, and it just proves how quick it can change like that from last season.
It's just the dictating if that's a grey ball over the top Andrew Bamford.
I think he might just be onside there, but it doesn't matter anyway because the Doy's got a foot on the ball and it's going out of play for another corner.
Yeah, he is onside. That's a great... No, it's not. No, it's way offside. But they'll still get the corner. That's it. I thought he'd made an incredible run because he loops himself back. I wish I can click. You've done it... I can't do it.
Like that. I never used to be able to click, but now I can. But talking about click, can he get his head on this maybe and score? Get in there.
The dirty one.
Calvin Phillips is going to whip this one in. Nice ASMR there. Put it next to the microphone, ASMR. But Phillips is going to whip this one in. It's not a bad cross, and it's just tipped over the bar from Areola, and it was.
That's
I think
great.
It was
Robin Koch.
Robin Koch with his head on the ball there. And it could have been his first goal.
It could have, making up from last week. But that's a great stop by Areola. Just gets that. It does as well.
I mean, that is a fantastic save.
That's looping in as well.
Just looking at it now, and he's done ever so well to get his head onto it, considering Onoma and Reed are really close to it.
That is absolutely mental, because he falls over trying to get past Onoma, and then he still beat Harrison Reed for the ball cross comes in.
They've had their fair share of corners here. It's going to come out back to Leeds once again. It's going to be lofted into the box, and well, not a bad cross in the world, but some great defending there from Dennis Odoi to clear his lines.
So Fulham under consistent pressure.
Leeds coming forward again here. What can happen? It is Harrison indeed.
Calvin Phillips is open outside the box.
Poor pass there.
They'll get another throw in. They'll get another corner, sorry, not throw in.
Corner central right now. I think that's the 4th corner of the game, maybe even 5th, but
I hope it's been confirmed.
It's not too bad. Good little signing for Wolves there, but it's been a good first 26 minutes. It's not been a boring game, and it looks like Rodrigo's going to go up to take the corner, I think, here. The corner's been taken short to Rodrigo. He's going to loft it in, but he's cleared away by Michael Hector, only to come back to Leeds once again. What can they do here? It's going to be lofted along into the box towards the path of Bamford and Ayling. Areola comes out, and it's got to be cleared away here by Andres Zambofrank and Gisa. Not the best clearance in the world. And Leeds get the ball back again.
Just consistent. Robin Koch does great there. And Doy, I think he's going to try to let this run out. No.
He's going to have to just boot that. And you can see how much pressure Leeds are putting on in terms of pressing the players.
He's done lovely there, Zambon Greaser.
It's just, I think the problem with Greaser so far is trying to do that one little extra thing. You know, he's doing the step overs earlier, which nearly cost his side.
He tried to dink it past 3 there.
But good pressure from Leeds here to try and get the ball back from Fulham.
Mm-hmm. You see all the players getting involved in it, which is what you love to see with a football team. There's not one player who doesn't want the ball.
Exactly, and it's going to be Fulham on the ball now.
With a free kick.
But so far, 1-0 still in this game between Leeds and Fulham. It's been a pretty decent first 27 minutes, not been boring at all, as Fulham take the free kick, which goes straight back to Leeds. It's really, really poor, trying to guide it towards the path of, I think it was Kamara on the left-hand side, but terrible ball.
They're trying a bit too much here, Fulham.
Yeah.
They're trying them long balls through to Mitrovic and to Kamara and Cavallero on the wings.
They need to play it short, because right now, you can quite clearly see in 27 minutes, Leeds haven't had one problem at all with them going long ball.
This is perfect time now. They've got a man out position. and it'll be slow playing out of the back.
And you can see that Leeds aren't playing long ball either. It's just the often the odd times where they're in the open space.
When Bamford has broke between the two defenders.
Exactly, but Fulham here, I think I'd be a little bit disappointed with the first half an hour.
Very disappointed.
I think you had that little kind of 5-10 minute spell where they had a couple of opportunities, but apart from that, as you said, long ball doesn't seem to be working. And I guess
Mitrovic has been invisible this game, in my opinion anyway.
He's had 1 or 2 touches which have been pretty shoddy in itself, but it's very hard because I guess you can say, well, what can you do instead of playing long ball? Because Mitrovic isn't exactly the quickest player in the world, is he?
Yeah.
But
it's a tough decision for them. Do they play? Do you play to Mitrovic's thing, or do you play to the entire team? Because we know Mitrovic can score. Does that say all leaves aren't wet, or aren't we? Question mark.
I get what you mean. Actually, it does look like a T from
all leaves aren't wet.
We've got a throw in here for Fulham, which is in the defensive half of play right now. It's going to be taken here by Joe Bryan on the far left hand side. Trying to get this just up the pitch. It seems a little bit desperate from Fulham right now just to get that equaliser. But with the way that Leeds have been, they've had plenty of opportunities on goal, and it's been a solid start so far for them as they get a free kick here, which is taken short, but the referee brings it back. And they're very lucky that it has been brought back because Zambo Anguissa have got the ball instantly after it was taken. So hopefully they can do a little bit better with this one.
Super. Unrelated Leeds news. Do you know that Jamal Musiala, who's got the youngest ever Bundesliga goal scorer, 17 years, 205 days old?
Well, that's the thing. The Bundesliga's back now. We've got all the big leagues coming back. We've got the Bundesliga. Serie A's back this weekend as well. So it'd be nice to see a couple of the different leagues do a couple more watch-alongs for them, because I know tonight Dortmund play Gladbach, which is a very big game. Very, very big game indeed. But we're going to have plenty more watch-alongs coming in the future. We've got plenty of watch-alongs still to come. Talk about them in a moment, though, because Fulham are coming forward here. And it's Zambo Anguissa, once again, who's probably done once again a little bit too much there and left his teammate Kamara in a very awkward
position. He was 4 against 2, and that mountain pressure of Leeds. Oh, Harrison Reed's stolen it.
Good chance here, and it's going to be a lovely bit of trickery here from Cavaliero, still at the edge of the box. Going to lay it off into the path of number 25.
It's left to the wing. Tete whips it in, back post.
Got to be Mitrovic who gets his head onto it. He does, but not the best connection. And he's fuming about something here. I think he's saying a bit of shirt pulling right now, pushing.
It was a foul on Mitrovic, by Mitrovic.
Well, just looking back at this in a moment, we'll see whether that's the right call or not. And it's not a strong push.
Slightest of pushes.
Yeah, I mean, you can see there that, to be honest, it is just a case of Mitrovic being a little bit stronger than Koch, but it's... What can you do there? But 30 minutes in, 1-0 right now. Chris has asked, what deals do you guys expect to happen before the transfer window closes? For example, will Koulibaly to Man City happen?
I don't know. I don't really see City getting another centre-back. You're running with Laporte and Ake. Koulibaly will be great side, and
I think they need another centre-back.
For depth. Yeah, who drops?
Not for depth, just... If you look at the team, which... Fulham coming forward here very quickly, poor ball. If you look at the team, they've not technically sorted out the problem what they had last season, which was the defence.
True.
I think they do need one big centre-back just to try and bolster the line, because if you look, what was Liverpool's problem last year? It wasn't having an attacking midfielder. No. It was very flat at times. Now they've got that. And I think City need to do the same, defence-wise.
True. Yeah, Koulibaly's great. So I don't really keep up to date on transfer deals. Obviously, Jota's signing for Liverpool, which is another good signing.
I think they're looking at Ozan Kabak as well, the Schalke defender.
Is this City or Liverpool?
Liverpool.
That'd be a good signing. Really bolster your defence up after this. Because who's your defence now? Matip, Gomez,
Van Dijk.
How did I forget about
now they've lost Hoover as well.
And Lovren.
And Lovren, of course. So.
The best centre-back. I completely forgot about Van Dijk.
Oh, bit of mistake here, but luckily enough...
Oh, that's a great
tackle, but very good tackle, and even better clearance there. I think it was Tete indeed. But I think there'll be... I've said this to the guys before, I think deadline day will be a very busy one compared to usual. A very busy one, because usually by now the window's shut and teams don't know what positions they need to sign, or if they've got any long-term injuries, then you're not signing anyone. As Fulham come forward, it was a lovely bit of play.
Too much on it.
Joe Bryan trying to get the ball.
Oh, that could be a shout for a free kick. I think it's a free kick.
I think he's giving it as a goal. As a goal kick. I don't know.
Is that a penalty?
No, it can't be a penalty, but it wasn't.
He pointed to the spot.
Wait, I think he's given a penalty. Well, just got to have a look here to see. I think he's given a penalty.
Ooh,
Well, this might go to VAR because I don't think he gets any contact.
Robin Koch. Maybe,
That is
I think
very tough to see.
I think he falls over his own leg here, Joe Bryan. This will be the better angle. No, it won't, because Cavalera's blocking it.
Well, I think the referee has pointed to the spot here. It looks like Fulham have got a penalty now. This is going to get checked by VAR here, but I assume it's been given.
I think it's been given because Koch's pissed off.
Is not happy, and Fulham have got a penalty out of absolutely nowhere.
And it comes from Joe Bryan, who, it's a penalty. Wow, controversial. Mitrovic. I need him to score. Fantasy.
Well, this is it. Where's Watchalongs? He could score here, Mitrovic, but a penalty out of nothing. We'll have to kind of talk about that in a minute, but Mitrovic has got a big opportunity to put Fulham back in the game after 33 minutes on the clock. The referee is just going to give a quick talking to Meslier here. He's already had penalties to save this season. In fact, he's already had 2 penalties, which both went into the back of the net, courtesy of Mohamed Salah.
Well, if you Mitrovic, you see where Meslier would have dived.
Yeah.
You look at it, he's already come against 2 this season. Mitrovic will step up.
Oh, well, it's not the most convincing penalty in the world. But
nah, he goes in.
Left, it's in.
Meslier could have done a lot better. Ooh.
And it's 1-1 Fulham, and I've got to say that has come out of absolutely nowhere.
I don't think it is a penalty,
to be honest. If you have an opportunity to be able to see the penalty call, you can see Mitrovic now. In fact, Meslier, as you said, he's got to save that.
It's just underneath him. I think Mitrovic just hit it with enough power that Meslier probably wouldn't have saved it, but yeah. Halifax are winning 2-0 now.
But wow, out of nowhere, it's Leeds United 1, Fulham 1. Jesselund has put the an emoji in the chat, which looks like he's a little bit delighted about Mitrovic getting the goal, but that's all that matters right now if you're a
really
fantasy Premier League side.
You can't see because Cavallero runs across.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
There could be connection to the thigh, and then it's going to show it again.
But Jesselund, he's happy with that one. And Chris, everyone, including myself, has Mitrovic in fantasy. I don't as well, Chris, so don't worry. This game doesn't affect me at all, apart from Calvin Phillips, I think. So.
Well, I had Aguero, Chris, and Aguero's out for fucking 2 months.
He's indeed, and Fulham are coming forward here. Once again, it's a ball from Ivan Cavaliero trying to get it into the path of number 47, Kamara. Doesn't get to him, and now Leeds. They've got work to do because they had a fantastic first 20, 25, 30 minutes, but that goal might change things up.
Hector does nice there to stop Bamford from taking it.
Oh, lovely bit of work from.
We talk about Zambo Anguissa sort of trying to do too much. He's done it there and it's paid off.
Fantastic there. Benaldo, hello lads, how you doing, Benaldo? Hope you're good, pal.
We're on 9 points because Brian won the penalty. Yeah.
Getting the points up there. How are you doing, Benaldo? Have you got anyone in your FPL side? Got to tell us in the chat from this game, because I think, as I said, apart from Calvin Phillips, I don't think I've got anybody in this game.
I've got Brian and Mitrovic.
So you'll have to tell us in the chat who have you got in your team. But 10 minutes left on the clock. I just don't think that's a penalty, and it's hard for us to see because what we've seen on the screen in terms of the replay, Ivan Cavaliero actually is in the way of where you see the tackle, so you can't tell whether it's a penalty or not. But
I think if there is contact, it's extremely soft.
He makes the most of that.
I think Brian just falls over, but unfortunately, if you go down and the ref gives a penalty, you're not going to go up to him and say no. I think we rarely see. We saw it with what's he called? Not Lewis Holtby. What's he called? How have I forgot his name? Bundesliga, a couple of years ago. Where he goes down and he goes to the referee, it's not a penalty.
Kiesling,
there's another one.
It's one of them.
Oh, wow. Mitrovic could have played through, don't know who it is.
Chris I played both Premier League version and Sky Sports version. Is the Sky Sports one, does that count for cup competitions as well? But Fulham are coming forward here, just at the halfway line. Going to play it off into Reed, and they're just going to take the time now. You could say that Leeds have been the better of the two sides, but
yeah.
Fulham now might have a great opportunity here to come forward and get a goal as Dennis
still
makes a bombing run. He's still going Adoy, and well, it's very similar to Michael Hector earlier. Makes a good run, shoddy little pass.
He nearly won a corner. He's eventually going to go for a Leeds throw-in. It's a lovely bounding run. Just nothing comes from it, and I feel like that's summed up Fulham's game so far. It's hard because it's like, apart from that penalty, nothing has really come at all from the attack. There's been little opportunities from the two wingers, mainly Cavalier on the left-hand side, but we haven't really seen much of the Fulham attack at all, apart from Mitrovic's penalty, although there's a mistake here at the back, and Mitrovic is going to get the ball, and he tries to go around Koch, but he can't, and it's great defending there from Koch, who I've got to say probably feels a little bit unjust with the penalty decision because he's had a pretty good game so far. Mitrovic just couldn't get the ball under control. It's going to go all the way back to Hector now.
And now it's Frank Andre Zamba Anguissa, which is still a mouthful, but the
Can't
more you
wait
say
until 70 minutes in it, you still have to say his full name.
Yeah, I'm going to say the more you say it, hopefully the more you just remember his name. But Bamford needs to score for me. Phillips also. Well, Phillips, I think, has got an assist for the first goal. I don't know whether he would actually, because it was a slight deflection, so whether it came off a Fulham player or not, I don't know. But Bamford, he's still got plenty of time in this game. 40 minutes on the clock. In fact, yeah, the time's all right. 38 minutes right now. You've got a couple of more minutes until the end of the first half. Because I think I've got Calvin Phillips in my team as well. So
I'm just trying to find out.
I mean, the boys in the chat are saying Cock is shy. I've got to say I disagree with them so far in this game, but the ball's lofted in towards Bamford, and there's calls here for a penalty, which the referee has given.
It's a penalty.
And that is absolutely spot on from the referee. And this time, it's Leeds who have a penalty.
Need to remind me not to refresh Twitter. Bloody Phil
Did you
Hay.
see?
Bloody Phil Hay.
Phil Hay ruined it for us. And you can see, actually, looking at that, I mean, with the way that the ref's going in this game,
he's got to give it, because he gave the weak one on Cock, but I'm guessing it's a hand to the back by the man who won the penalty for Fulham.
Yeah, and it's hero turned villain potentially here. Joe Bryan giving away a penalty. We're just seeing the replay now, and I've got to say, it's not a strong push, but with the way that the ref's playing this game out,
because Bamford's jumping, no control of his body. Push comes in.
And to be fair, when it's in slow motion as well, it's very hard to see how much of a push he's on him. But he's spot on there. The ref is correct. Penalty here for Leeds.
Rodrigo, I think.
And the person stepping up is Click.
Areola, time to make himself the hero. Fulham, new signing. Can he stop the shot?
Well, he scored against Liverpool last week. He got an opportunity to make it 2 games, 2 goals. The Polish midfielder steps up to the spot. He looks very calm and composed, and I can see him absolutely whacking this one into the back of the net. Top right, I'm thinking. Where are you thinking?
Bottom left.
Bottom left. And here we go. Referee.
His time.
Let's Click hit it. And it's another roller into the back of the net, towards the middle. 2-1 Leeds.
2-1 Leeds. What a game so far. 40 minutes in. 2 penalties. And, 2 weak penalties, I'd say.
Yeah, it wasn't... Once again, you're just seeing it now. It was hit kind of... Not necessarily towards the middle.
I meant in the foul as well, I think. Cock on Bryan, not really. Bryan on Bamford. Yeah, I think it could be, but I don't think there's enough in it.
Yeah, I mean, the penalties as well have been weak. Not necessarily down the middle, towards the right-hand side slightly, but it's in the back of the net, and it's 2-1, and well, Leeds' games so far have not been boring in the slightest.
No, I mean, if you put Click in your fantasy team, you'd be decent for 2 weeks, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
2 goals in
Great
2 weeks.
start for him. Bernard's put, wish Bamford took it. Maybe you've still got another, 50 minutes of the game? 5 minutes of additional time, but Ariola's got himself in a tricky situation here. He's going to clear it.
Fulham do well to get it out.
And here is Andre Frank Zambo Anguissa trying to loft it up to Kamara. Good defending there at the back. And well, Kamara's shouting for something here, potential handball, I think. But the referee plays on and he's still complaining. But Meslier's got the ball. He's going to hoof this one up long, trying to get towards Bamford. And it's straight to Ariola.
Yeah, bit of keeper tennis.
But 41 minutes on the clock. It's been a very good game.
Yeah. I mean, it would. What were it when we watched yesterday? 3-2 last week. 3-2.
3-2 at half time.
So we can still get that, but still 2-1 at half time is very decent. But Leeds look like the more comfortable side, 100%.
I mean, they've not been short of confidence. Sometimes you can come into the league and it takes you a couple of weeks to really get into your flow, as there's a cross here into the box for Fulham, trying to get it towards Cavaliero. Eventually it's come down here into the path of Mitrovic, who can't get a touch of the ball. It's cleared away by Alda Costa.
Mitrovic hasn't had a good game at all today, in my opinion.
No, he hasn't done much. But Leeds here, I think, are going to get a free kick. Alda Costa fouled. No, spot on there. Andre Frank Zambo Anguissa with the tackle. I'm just going to keep saying his name in full. And Michael Hector.
He's actually had a good game.
He's done very well. He has done very well.
If you ignore the bits of flair,
as Leeds come forward here, not the good ball from Harrison there, and now it's Fulham that can come forward. It's a driving run here from Bryan, who's still going. Joe Bryan, still going.
And there's no one there.
It's off to Kamara, and now it's into Reed.
Play out to the wing.
Cavaliero. What can he do with the Portuguese? He's got plenty of space. Now he's going to move into the middle. He's going to take the shot on. No, he's not. He's going to lay it off into Josh Onoma. Lovely ball, but just can't get a touch, Kenny Tete.
That's what Fulham have done really nice, is cutting it from the outside, bringing it to the outside box, and they probably could have had 3 chances now where they've done that. Good pressing by Thingy.
Well, you can see there, just unlucky
You know, if Tete gets that ball under control, I think it's a goal for Fulham.
Absolutely. If you're new to the stream, by the way, do leave a like and a subscription. We've had a new subscriber. Thank you very much. To whoever has subscribed. Greatly appreciated. We've got more watch-alongs to come, as I said. It's a double-header today. We've got our Leeds Fulham watch-along now, and then tonight we've got Arsenal taking on West Ham. I'll be back once again with Kieran L for that game, which kicks off, I think, 8 o'clock tonight. That game kicks off. So we'll have probably about 10 minutes beforehand to talk through the teams and then get ready for what should be a very interesting London derby, because West Ham, they've already had massive struggles, haven't they?
Yeah, not the best start. The hashtag United play Monday.
Hashtag do on Monday.
God, that's Saturday or 2-day turnaround. I've just realised they're currently winning 2-0. That's the only reason I know.
It's a very quick turnaround. It just proves how quick football has to be this season.
Especially
with the
non-league
Euros
as well.
And for non-league, they've got so many games to fill in just in case anything, does happen with the coronavirus. But we've got about a minute left on the clock here, about a minute and 10 seconds. Maybe 2-3 minutes of additional time.
Not many. I don't think there's been many breaks on. What are your opinion? I'll ask you in half time. Actually, there's maybe. Do you think we'll get another goal behind at half?
Probably not. No, but I think there might be 2 minutes of additional time because of the penalties and there was a very slight wait when the 2 penalties were taken. We've had 3 goals as well, but I don't think we'll get another goal before half time here. But I think once again, to be honest, I think Bielsa would be a little bit disappointed that they've conceded. Yeah. But there's not much they could have done in that situation, in my opinion.
The ball.
But Fulham are coming forward here. It's going to be Kamara on the far hand side who's going to have to play this back, I think, and he does indeed.
It's the one thing Fulham have. They've been creating opportunities where they've had extra space in the middle and they've played the ball through and they've ended up coming back to the midfield, unfortunately. I think that's something that Scott Parker will have to iron out.
Do you think he's been a little bit too patient with the build-up?
Yeah, I think it's for me. It's the man who...
Well, he's got the ball here, Mitrovic, 25 yards out from goal. It's a terrible pass, and that really does sum up his first half, doesn't it?
He's got to wait this, Harrison Reed.
Oh. Lovely bit of work from him. He's still got the ball now. He was thinking he might take the shot. He doesn't. He's going to let it off to Kamara. Now it's in there for number 17, Cavaliero. Back to Reed. This is about 25 yards out from goal. Now it's Tete. You can see the fullbacks bombing up here in Tete.
It's a lovely play by Fulham.
Lovely work from Onoma. Still got the ball. Lovely bit of skills from Onoma. Still going. Cavaliero on the edge of the box. You'd think you'd take it on, but he doesn't. And once again, the build-up plays a little bit too...
Oh, it's a horrid touch by Bryce.
It's taken way too long there, and Leeds get the ball back. Although Fulham get the ball back here once again, and they've got to be a little bit quicker with their attacks because it's giving plenty of time here for Leeds to structurally organise themselves.
I think you just got to take a whack. There's been opportunities there. Harrison Reed, no one coming in for him. Take a shot.
It's very similar to what Leeds had to do against Liverpool. Just take a shot on, take a gamble. And they might have to do here, because it's great work from Onoma, but the referee, it looked like he called something there, because Onoma was a little bit frustrated, but he hasn't. And Reed's going to take on the shot, and well, it's...
I mean, we said take a whack, but maybe not like that, Harrison.
No, it's not got a great deal of power on it at all from Harrison Reed there, and it goes straight into the hands of Meslier. And we've got 2 minutes of additional time here to get through.
Oldham have got 5 minutes added on.
Jesus, what the hell's happened in your game so far? As for Rotherham, we are at half-time 0-0. I'll take that against Millwall right now.
Yeah.
Typical Millwall game, isn't it, really? But we are nearly at half-time in this match. Maybe 1 or 2 more opportunities before the end, which... Fulham have got the ball back here just at the edge of the field. It's going to be Andre Frank Zambo Anguissa. It's going to lay it off into Joe Bryan, who's been hero and villain in the space of 10 minutes.
Yeah. Hey, Fulham is such a strange side this game because they've had a dangerous possession. I think Leeds have made the most of the ball when they've got it.
Yeah.
Whereas Fulham have just tried to make something and nothing has come of it so far.
They've just taken a little bit too long. Wickham are down 3-0. Who are they playing, Benaldo?
God.
Not a good start for Wickham this season, is it? But going to get a throw in here for Fulham, which Scott Parker is rushing to give to Joe Bryan to take. They're playing Blackburn. Wow, okay. Team you wouldn't expect him to be losing 3-0 to. Yeah.
Looking now.
And I think the referee has blown his half-time whistle. Bielsa's talking here. I don't think... Playing on a little bit longer here, Bielsa. Just talking to his assistant manager, I think, there. And you'd assume here, once this is taken... The referee will blow the whistle because Leeds are taking quite some time here to take.
Ailing wasting a bit of time. Oh, he's going to he knows it's the end. He's going to bomb it up long.
He's going to throw this long, and as we expected, referee blows the whistle for half time. It's Leeds 2, Fulham 1, and well, Leeds, as we said before, have been the better of the two sides in this game. They've had 2 goals in this match. First one actually came from Helder Costa, which was a fantastic finish from the Portuguese winger from a corner, which went into the path of the Portuguese winger, hit it on the half volley. Then at the 34th minute, Mitrovic was given a penalty. It was a foul which came in from Robin Koch.
Yeah.
Not the strongest foul in the world,
They weren't a good look at it, unfortunately. Cavallero was blocking it, but I think, again, it's one that can go either way.
It can indeed, but it was given, and Mitrovic slotted it home, who we both have said hasn't had the greatest game in the world, has he, so far? No. Sloppy touches across the board. And then a couple of minutes later, they went up the other end, Leeds, and got a penalty for themselves.
Yeah. Again, another questionable penalty. Joe Bryan putting his hands on Patrick Bamford. Bamford will go down in the mid-air. And yeah, it is a penalty, I do think, but it's one of them things. Either way. What teams are they? Sorry, if you
I'm guessing EFL Eintracht Frankfurt versus Bielefeld. That's my guess.
Bielefeld 1-0.
I'm guessing, but
it's Freiburg winning 3-0.
It's been a very, very good game so far. A very, very good game indeed. 2.5 time, and it's been not bad overall.
But both teams really pressing well and trying to make the most of the ball. I think Leeds have done the most with the ball, but Fulham have had a lot of the possession. Probably. I haven't looked at the stats. Let's have a look.
Let's have a see. I'd have said Fulham have had probably maybe 55.
Yeah, 52 to 47% possession. Fulham having more of the chances, but Leeds being more clinical.
Absolutely, indeed, and they've got a good run now, Leeds. I think next week they play Sheffield United, so once again, it's in fact it'll be Yorkshire Derby, Sheffield United versus Leeds, which
that'd be a great game.
Might be one to might have got 3 Leeds Watchalongs in a row at this rate, but
so I'm just looking at the results.
It's alright. So what are the results? We might as well skim through them at half time.
Let me go in order. So it's Premier League, Leeds United 2-1 up against Fulham. Cardiff also winning earlier in the Championship against Notts Forest. Blackburn 3-0 up against Wickham.
Who scored for Blackburn?
Adam Armstrong got 2-1 with a penalty, and I'm guessing it's Tom Dolan.
Wow. Wickham.
Tyrese Dolan, sorry.
Wickham not having a good start, are they?
No, Brentford, Huddersfield 0-0. Luton 1-0 up against Derby. Bournemouth 1-0 up against Middlesbrough. Dominic Solanke getting the goal. Preston 2-1 up against Norwich. Tim Pukki getting on the score street for Norwich. Reading Barnsley, Rotherham Millwall, Sheffield Wednesday, Watford and Swansea versus Birmingham all 0-0. If you're a League One fan, Plymouth are 2-1 up against Wimbledon, Blackpool 1-0 up against Swindon, Bristol Rovers, Ipswich, Burton Albion, Accrington 0-0, Charlton 0, Doncaster Rovers 1, Hull City 0, Crewe Alexandra 0, MK Dons 0, Lincoln City 1, Oxford United 0, Sunderland 0, Peterborough 0, Fleetwood 0, Shrewsbury 0, Northampton 1, seeing who scored for that, Wigan 1, Gillingham 1, and finally in League 2, we'll just do English. Carlisle winning earlier 2-0 win against Southend. Colchester 1-0 up against Bolton. Crawley 1-0 up against Scunthorpe. Port Vale 1-0 up against Exeter. Bradford and Forest Green 0-0. Salford beating Grimsby 1-0. Harrogate beating Walsall 2-1. Leyton Orient and Mansfield drawing 0-0. Cambridge beating Morecambe 3-0, which is just embarrassing for us.
Oh dear.
Newport 1, Barrow 1. Oldham and Stevenage 0-0. And Cheltenham beating Tranmere 3-0. You know what? If you don't mind, we'll do Bundesliga as well.
Because the Bundesliga's back now. So, what's the scores of the first match day?
Augsburg 1-0 up against Union Berlin. Vargas scoring for them. Hoffenheim 2-1 up against Cologne. It's a Kramaric double. Anderson on his debut for Cologne, right? That's Anderson who's from Union Berlin.
Yep.
Frankfurt, BFL 1 all. It was Suku who scored for Bielefeld, but then Frankfurt. André Silva scored for them. Freiburg 3-0 up against Stuttgart. Niels Pettersson, Schalai and Grifo for Freiburg. And Hertha Berlin 3-0 up against Bremen. Pekarik, Luka Bacchio and Matheus Cunha.
There'll be someone who will be a little bit delighted about Matheus Cunha scoring today. But yeah, it's nice because we've got all the leagues coming back now. As we said, the Bundesliga first match day, match week, is today and yesterday. We saw Bayern Munich, of course, winning 8-0 against Schalke yesterday, which was a mental result. We've got Serie A, which is back this weekend as well. So it's good now. We've got all of the main leagues coming back. La Liga as well is back and underway as well. So it's good to see in that sense. But
right.
Yeah, it's all right. Just trying to get my words out. But it's nice to have them back now, and we can really get going with football again. But
match attacks
on our screen. We've got a couple more minutes. About 7.
And adverts.
You've got adverts.
Do you want to play the advert game? It's Vodafone. It's Ted Lasso.
But if you've got
any... watch that?
Ted Lasso, I haven't. No, I'm not going to lie. Has anybody in the chat watched Ted Lasso? Tell us what you think about it.
It's surprisingly decent. It's a cheap, easy comedy with some cheap, easy jokes. But it's just quite a nice one of American coming out. It was based on the commercial that the NBC did for when football was coming to them. And they made it into a full show.
Somehow it's turned into a show.
Yeah, and it is nice. It's nice little stories. It's just quite a wholesome show.
Not bad. It might be worth a watch. If you have watched it, tell us in the chat. And actually as well, Chris has put his Premier League team. Put in the chat your fantasy Premier League sides. Let's have a look and see who you've got in your FPL teams.
Do you want to load yours?
I'll load mine up in a minute. But Chris has put for his Premier League version team, he's got Pope in goal,
Okay.
Alexander-Arnold, Cody, Soyuncu, Robertson, Traore, Thiago. Somebody else has got Thiago in theirs already. It's not just Chris. De Bruyne. Well, 5 million can't go wrong, can you? De Bruyne, Jota, Werner, Mitrovic. Of course, Jota will be a Liverpool player very soon. And then subs have got Brian, which will be Brighton, Egan, Kante, and Danny Ings.
I've got Alisson in there, and then I made some last minute changes. So I took out Ben Mee because he's injured. I brought in Trent because I surprisingly had enough. So Alexander, and then I've got Brian Fulham, Nathan Akin, Jack O'Connell, and I've got KDB, Tommy Soucek, Adama Traore, and Thiago, because I saw Thiago was cheap, took him out for Alzate, and then Martial and Mitrovic. The only reason I got Mitrovic Aguero, and then I've got Rodak, Jake Wilkins, Southampton legend,
of course,
and then Hakim Ziyech and Aguero. I'm just waiting to come back from injuries.
And then my team, I've got Patricio in goal, Cancelo, Egan, Cody, Van Dijk, defenders, midfielders, De Bruyne, Jorginho, and Ndidi Phillips. I'm getting points. I've got 1 point so far.
Get in there.
Come on. Aubameyang is captain, and Vardy. And then on the bench, Fotheringham, Walker Peters, Antonio, and Jimenez.
If you go to thingy points, I'll show you who got your point.
B. Phillips for... I'm guessing it can't be an assist. 1 point.
1 point for Calvin Phillips.
On the board.
Get in there.
See, the problem is last time, obviously, I missed out on being able to do the FPL because I made my team quite late. So I missed out on a very good amount of points from the team that I picked. But now, of course, underway, can finally start picking up some points.
I got a solid 12 points last week.
Bloody hell, on the board. At least you got 12 points.
At least you got 12, yeah, you're still in zero.
Got one. I've got one so far, but... yeah, we're half-time in this game right now.
Look at that.
Leeds United 2, Fulham 1. And looking at the stats... Rowan's just found out about Zambo and Greece. We said he was...
28 accurate passes, he's a third. 12 final third passes, his first. 8 ball recovery, 4 successful takeovers, 4 tackles, 1 and 2 interceptions first. He's had a good game. We saw it in the first stat, it was a bit flashy, but...
Yeah, it was that first kind of 15-20 minutes, I think he was maybe doing a little bit too much. But when he's got the space, he's done very, very well. And he's got a little bit of flair about him, which I think, to be fair... When they originally signed him, I think they sent him out on loan. I don't think really anyone expected him to ever play in the team again. But he's come back, and obviously today he's doing a very good job, not necessarily in the Arsenal game, but they're still well and truly in this match. Do you think Fulham can get back into this? Because with the way that they're playing right now, they've not really had many opportunities at all, apart from the penalty, which we're just seeing again.
Think that's a penalty. This is best angle, I think. Maybe on the shin.
Yeah, maybe.
I do think they'll get back into it. I think the possession will overwhelm Leeds, possibly. I think they just need to shoot. It's as simple as basics of football. Shoot and you win.
Take long range efforts, do you mean, more than anything?
Yeah.
Have a gamble.
Because there's been some times where they've done well and they've brought it from outside the box. From like the wing to cut it inside to outside the box. And I think they were too afraid to shoot, so they've passed it out. They just go for a shot. What's the worst that can happen?
But that's the thing. It sounds so simple when you say it in that way, but they do just need to take extra.
There's probably a reason why we're not professional footballers. They probably know better.
But yeah, but that's the thing though. They are being a little bit too patient. We've seen multiple opportunities. There was one I think before the 45th minute where it was a really good spell where it was between Tete, Reed, and Harrison, where they were just passing it around, waiting for space. You can't take too long on the ball because. Although they're giving the penalty away at Leeds, they do look quite structurally organised at the back today.
Yeah.
And as you said, take an extra gamble, take a long range effort on like Reed did. It wasn't the best shot in the world, but
test Mesley. Mesley hasn't really been tested today.
No, not at all. He's had a very
Callum Gariola who has. In terms of not any vicious shots, but just having to make them easy catches, the easy thing.
He's had the set pieces that have been chucked his way. He's had the other things as well, the long balls into Bamford, which he had to come out for.
Werder Bremen have got a goal back, David Selke.
not bad. Getting
Come back.
Good game.
Someone said
Bundesliga is always fun, isn't it? Though it's always a good league.
I'm looking forward to tonight. The Dortmund-Gladbach game. I don't know when teams will be in. I think René Jesus is maybe starting.
Oh yeah, Rennie. I forgot about him.
Oh, he'll be on bench for sure at least.
Just look at the comments right now. Justin, I had Man City and United players, which of course they didn't play.
That's what I had as well.
So already playing catch up in that sense. And Chris, but I see Jota playing 20 odd games for Liverpool. Will come in for Firmino or one of the front three and need a rest. What do you think about that? Diogo Jota to Liverpool.
He's a start for Wolves, isn't he? And I think it's great for him. You get a move to the biggest Premier League club at this point. But will he play as much as I think he'd want? Probably not.
I think he'll get quite a bit of game time because if you look at Liverpool's attacking depth, they've not got a great deal of players. They've got Origi, apart from your front three, they've got Origi and the youngster, what's his name? Harvey Elliott. And it said Harvey Barnes then. It's not Harvey Barnes. It's Harvey Elliott. But they've got a very weak amount of depth up top.
And I think with you're probably right with the sort of Neil said aggressiveness, the consecutive fixtures, because obviously there's so much as well. I'll ask you about in a second. There's so many fixtures in one. How do Stuttgart got to go back? You probably need that depth, so maybe Salah can take a break and Jota can come in for a West Brom game or something.
Yeah, and the thing is, he's not a bad player. He's down. There's a debate with the Wolves fans saying, "Are we going to miss him? Was he consistent enough for us?" And maybe he's not as consistent as you'd expect a player like his quality to be. But we've seen before players in sides that have gone to big clubs and just turned it up. Yeah. Sissoko when he went to Tottenham, much better player than he was at Newcastle. Wijnaldum when he went to Liverpool, incredible on his day when he wants to play. And you can see the same thing happening with Jota when he comes in.
I'd want to go to a big club. I really would. I think you'd rather go. For me personally, but I'd rather go to a big club and be a sub appearance than a lower club. And offence Wolves say that lower, but you know what I mean. It's Liverpool. What I was going to ask was, what's your opinion on Eric Dyer and the whole situation? I don't know if you've seen it with Eric Dyer's been getting a lot of hate from non-league fans because he's complaining about the fixtures. What's sort of your opinion on? Is it justified hate? Cause
I wouldn't say it's justified hate. I think the problem is obviously non-league is such a relentless league right now just because of the worries of coronavirus, filling in all the games in time, making sure you can get your leagues done without having the same thing as what happened last season and calling them off, or teams missing out on promotion and relegation,
or teams having to pay for their own COVID tests and then get knocked out in the first round of the playoffs,
which is some teams sadly. But I think I understand the viewpoint, but at the same time, it is a very quick turnaround in the Premier League as well. We've seen. Not just in the Premier League, but if you were in the Carabao Cup in general, right now, without including Europa League, Champions League games for the bigger clubs, right now you've got your Premier League games on a Saturday, Sunday, or even a Monday, which of course Man City are playing on, and I think Villa are as well. Then you've got on Tuesday or Wednesday, you've got your Carabao Cup game. Tottenham have then just played a not Carabao Cup qualifier, Europa League qualifier, which has been wedged in on a Thursday.
And flew to that as well.
Yeah.
So you've got to take flying into account.
I understand why there's complaints. But at the same time, you have to deal with it because you can complain, but all the other footballers in the Premier League aren't.
Yeah, I think it's justified. I think he's right to say so many fixtures it is straining. And the non-league people, because they've been saying, well, we get up at 7 a.m, go to work, we'll drive down the M62 when it's packed, go back to work, and then go play again, then go back to wake up at 7 a.m from game, which is fair enough. But it's sort of the Dyers and stuff, it's their job. And so they are playing it at such a higher level, regardless of stuff like that.
You stay quiet about it.
Yeah.
You know, if you've got a bit of a disappreciation for it, just stay quiet. And I do understand why people will be annoyed with what he said.
I think he just wanted to voice his concerns. Just think about how much running a Premier League side does, and Championship and League One, League Two, compared to non-league.
A hell of a lot more, which is understandable, but as you said, I think you just keep it on the hush.
Yeah. You can maybe just go to the FA and just say, is there any chance we can see if we can structure it a bit better?
I don't think you can though. That's the thing. It's just because of how this season is. Exactly. We've got to change, by the way. Rodrigo's come off.
Wow.
Tyler Roberts has come on. Of course, Rodrigo played in the Carabao Cup a few days ago. I'm guessing they might change back to the 4-1-4-1 that they were going to originally play.
Strange for Rodrigo. Well, it's not strange for him to come off, I suppose, but I just thought.
I think his fitness levels. I guess he played against Liverpool. He came on. He started against Hull, so he played the full 90 minutes, and then of course now he's had to come on last minute, probably with not a great deal of training. Yeah,
Union Berlin has equalised, by the way.
They have indeed.
But
we're going back into the second half of this game. As it currently stands, it's Leeds United 2, Fulham 1. Who is going to get the first 3 points of the season on the board? Could maybe even end with a draw and it would be 1 point. But it was Leeds who looked the better of the two sides in the first half as the ball is kicked. And we're underway for the second half here at Ellen Road. And we'll put the timer back on the screen in just a moment. But very quickly, read these comments out. Chris Puchkiri could leave. I can't see Liverpool keeping him.
I forgot he's still
taking
there.
risk for him. Exactly, I forgot he's there. Don't see him anymore. But as put, Harry Wilson needs to loan out. That midfield is competitive for him, so game time elsewhere to sharpen up. We're doing well. And Morecambe down 3-0 versus Cambridge. Come on, you shrimps. Get back in there.
Apologies, you can hear me chair. I've got a sweaty back.
It's alright. As we get the clock back on again, and here we go, second half. If we can have some goals in the second half, I mean, we can't be too greedy because we have had all 3 already, but we'd like a few more.
Well, we'd love a few more. I think that for me, it's sort of if Fulham could get an early goal here, they've really got a chance of winning it.
Well, that's
the thing. Joe Bryan's come forward. He's gone down again in the box.
And this time, the referee doesn't even remotely acknowledge the fact he's gone down and plays on. Yeah, absolutely. Right decision there. I mean, the ref's got to watch out because he was 2 very soft penalties he gave away. But it's not that he's not got control of this game, but the problem is if you do give soft fouls away, players are just going to try and milk everything to get penalties, which you'd expect them to.
I'd do it if I were a player. Which is probably scumbag of you,
I think anyone would, though, to be fair. I think anyone in that situation would make the most of a foul or a tackle in the box. But Leeds here, just with a bit of possession in the defensive half of play, just try and see if they can get a foothold of this second half. Because a bit nervous there from Mes, they having to clear the ball away. It was Kamara who was coming to close him down, and they've got the ball lofted up here to Tyler Roberts, and you can see, I think they have gone back to that 4-1-4-1 system. Bamford's up there on his own. Roberts looks like he's playing on the right, and
in fairness, Rodrigo probably doesn't have that much fitness. That's how many 2 45-minute games. Then you're playing against Leeds. You played for Spain.
Played the whole game, which was only a couple of days ago.
Did he play? He did, didn't he?
Full 90 minutes as well. So it's a case of he has played quite a bit of football. And I think with Bielsa, he's usually that type of man that tries to kind of blend you in the team over time, similar to how Fabinho did for Liverpool. But the ball's come forward here.
He's not afraid to drop you at half time if he believes you need the fitness or you need the rest. No,
he's, as I said, he's a stubborn manager.
Oh, that's well done.
You know, whatever says goes, basically, with Bielsa.
You trust him, I think, as well. Like, if Bielsa came to him and I'm taking you off on each, you wouldn't feel like it's... That's poor. You wouldn't feel like it's a vendetta. You think, I probably trust him, he's probably right.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. If you don't trust him, you probably won't play again. The thing is, Bielsa's got the pedigree and he's got the appreciation across football for players to not get petty with him.
Yeah.
You know, whatever he says goes, and if you don't like it, you will not play.
For me, it's certain managers that you go, if they took you off at half time, you trust them. And it's like Mourinho for me is one, just because he's done everything in the game. Wenger would have been one, just because the history. And Bielsa's one, just because Bielsa.
And Pep as well.
Pep.
Can't forget Pep off the list. And even you
managers who have reached the highest level are pedigree.
Yeah, there's a Klopp as well. You can put on the list. I think with Bielsa, it's just
Eddie Howe, just because I love him.
He's not now.
Yeah, sure, Eddie. Apparently, maybe going to Notts Forest. I saw, but then obviously Forest losing.
I think we'll see him back in the job soon. It can't be too long.
It's sad to see him.
It's a shame, but the story at Bournemouth,
it's probably right for
ending, wasn't it?
It's probably right for him as well. He's kept in the Premier League. I think if he kept in the Premier League, he'd stay for them.
Good chance here for Leeds, though. Sorry for putting in. Bamford trying to take a touch on the edge of the box, but he can't, and the referee has given a free kick to Fulham anyway.
Handball, I think, yeah.
Jocelyn's was waiting for Football Manager sale, and Epic Games makes it free.
Yeah. Now, but the problem is, so Xbox, I had Xbox Game Pass, so it was free, but I downloaded it, and it didn't work. Which, do you remember, because I downloaded it.
I remember doing it last time and it not working.
We tried to join the league and I couldn't, so we thingy instead.
Fulham playing out from the back here. Not as worrying as it usually is. It's going to be Hector who hooves the ball up long, not the best long ball in the world, and it's a very, very cheap ball that's given back to Leeds here, and they can come forward now on an attack, and if they can make it 3-1 here, there's a good chance here because Bamford's got the ball and he's going to go for goal!
He's 3-1.
And it's in. It's Patrick Bamford, and just as we say, if you're going to make it 3-1, it could be game over. It's Bamford who scores. It's Leeds 3, Fulham 1, and that was a lovely finish. Brilliant work there from the English forward.
Yeah. It's a simple goal. No one tracks him. Areola could have probably done better. He dives extremely late, but it's a simple finish by Bamford. And Bamford has got more goals than Timo Werner, because Will has just said Bamford more goals than Werner. Never wanted that fraud anyway.
I mean, it's a great finish. You can see the amount of space that was left there open for Bamford. Yeah. Lovely pass from Matthias Klicks. If you've got him in your FPL team, you're banging in the points. And, well, for a player who couldn't finish in the Championship, seems to be hitting it fairly alright in the Premier League.
Yeah, it's a simple finish, but he has to put it in the back of the net. Can Areola do better? Probably not. He didn't really dive, Areola.
And I tell you what, just look at the comments. I forgot Bernaldo needed Bamford to score.
Yeah.
You've got your goal.
Well done. Big task for Fulham now. Really big task.
Yeah.
This is what Leeds need, though. They're coming off a good loss against Liverpool, if a loss can be good.
Oh, yeah, I think there was positives. You can look at it with
you scored 3 goals against Premier League champion.
Yeah, exactly. The majority of the lower end teams do get trounced by him. But I think it was a very good performance, and it was one of the rare times where Liverpool have had less possession in a match.
Yeah.
And that's very, very rare, which proves how well Leeds did. Although there's a mistake here from Areola, which has given Leeds back the ball back again, and this time it could be 4. It's going to be lofted in towards the path of Bamford, but Areola can get there this time.
I don't think we've done a stream since Thiago was announced. What are your opinions on him?
I think it's a great signing. I think it's fantastic.
Incredible year last year for Bayern. Incredible.
It's, as I said earlier, with the whole thing with Manchester City needing to get a defender, it's one of the positions which for the last couple of years they've been screaming out to get an attacking midfielder. You can remember when they tried to sign him Nabil Fekir and he did the interview and then didn't sign.
Yeah.
They've needed one for 2 or 3 years now. And now they've got it and they're making more signings. I think it will change people's opinions on whether Liverpool tries to defend the league or not.
Yeah, I think it's such a good signing.
It's a really, really good
signing.
Come
into, I think he'll fit into that team easily. He'll be used to sort of Klopp's type of management, the German style.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, great signing.
And to be fair, Thiago's wanted to move quite some time.
Yeah.
These last couple of weeks, and you could even say of like the last month, he's been kind of showing off, kind of advertising himself to Liverpool.
Well,
not just in
the Champions League games.
Exactly.
He played great. And the thing is, it's great for both parties. Liverpool, great midfielder, need him. But for Bayern, it means that youngsters, Quaisance, and Tolisso can get some consistent. Well, it means Tolisso can come into the side probably, and Quaisance can come off as a
Fulham's
sub
coming forward. Mitrovic is going to go for goals just from the edge of the box, and well, it was a good opportunity. He was very Harry Kane-esque in when he tries to cut in.
I realised I complained about him shooting, even though I asked Fulham to shoot more, but it was never going in.
I mean, Jocelyn's saw so many pundits doubting Bamford. I guess the thing is, with the doubts, I think, to be fair, they were deserved. Although Leeds are coming forward here, it's going to be a ball that's lofted in. It was Click once again trying to get the ball into the box. Good defending at the back there. But with the Bamford situation, I think the doubts were deserved because he wasn't doing a great job in the Championship for them. But I think it's a fantastic start for him. Get a nice, good run going. And talking about signings, do you think we'll see any more signings for these two clubs? Because we've heard Leeds have been linked with Rodrigo de Paul from Udinese.
That's such a good signing.
Still wanting to try and get him.
Who would he replace?
No one.
I don't think in the starting 11.
I think probably in the starting 11 he'd come in maybe for Pablo Hernandez, and because Pablo Hernandez is a veteran, bring him on as a substitute so he's not being relied on for games.
Yeah.
But do you see, specifically Leeds first, although they're going to have a free kick here which is lofted in, straight to the hands of Areola though, do you think we'll see any more signs for Leeds?
If DePaul, yes. Apart from that, no, I don't think they need it. Really well. Look how they're playing now. Look how they play against Liverpool. I think the team, they've got the team bond, and sometimes that can overpower a league in terms of it can. If you look at Sheffield United, they didn't really make any standout signings that I think really dragged them through the season, did they?
They made a couple of small signings. There was Jack Rodwell, who came in, which didn't really play much. Played centre-back sometimes.
Rodwell.
I mean, he's not a bad squad depth player. On a free, I think, as well. So
True, yeah.
when you look at it in that sense, it's all right. But like other signings-wise, they didn't really make many major ones. Leeds Mousset came in, scored a couple of goals here and there.
So this is what Fulham would be dangerous at. It's Adoy making that bursting run through. He's just won a free kick from. But it's what he's done in this game, just making them blitzing runs. Free
kick to Fulham here. It's going to be just over the halfway line.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, it might just be on the halfway line, and there's a bit pushing and shoving going on here. Don't know what's happening here, but Michael Hector.
I think Hector just wanted to take the free kick quick and click.
And he has taken it quick, but the referee's brought it back here. Just having a word with Michael Hector.
Andy Madley? No.
I can't remember his name, to be honest. They're all irrelevant referees.
I'm thinking of Richard Madeley, the Richard Judy.
Definitely, Richard Madeley isn't
Richard Madeley, the referee, yeah.
But there are two players looking like they're going to come on for Fulham here. I think one of them is Bobby Decora-Reid, and the other player, I think, might be Mario Lamina, who's coming on in this game. But Fulham are coming forward. If they can get a second goal, which I think is going to be given as a corner here. Yep, corner's been given for Fulham. If they can get a goal here...
No, goal kick.
Oh, that's a shame. If they can get a goal soon, it's going to make a very interesting half an hour.
It really will. What would you make of Rotherham's transfer window? Obviously, we don't really talk about our clubs a lot on this channel. And in the chat also, your main club that you support, what do you think about their transfer window?
I'm very happy with ours. We've got a couple of weeks left. Oh, it's got for Millwall. Fuck yourself. That's a shame. I think I'm quite happy with it, to be fair. As Fulham come forward here, it's Bamford trying to cross the ball. It's a lovely cross. It's a lovely finish.
Goal.
He's held Costa again.
It's his second.
The space that was left there for Bamford to whip the ball into Helder Costa. 4-1 Leeds. This could become a rout.
You talked about Fulham needing a goal. I think Leeds have put the game to bed. And how's Helder Costa been allowed so much space there? You saw that he can produce a good goal, and he's just done it again. And who's that makes the run down the wing?
It was Patrick Bamford who whipped in the cross there, and it was more for me. How so much space for Bamford? It's so bad, guys. And look at this. Bamford, he gets the ball.
Still
lovely bit of
skins
skills.
him. It's that
great
touch.
Work, and then the ball in there. It's just such a good ball. I don't think there's much they can do there, to be honest.
No, there's three Leeds players that are open: Tyler Roberts, and then Helder Costa, and I think it's Jack Harrison in the middle.
Ball watching, but it's such a good run from Bamford. And you've got to say he's had such a great game.
And it's a great finish as well. First time, just bit of whip on it. Areola can't do anything. I think Areola's sort of been unfortunate this game in terms of two of the goals that have gone in have been great.
I mean, it's definitely not a striker's cross. That was a winger's-esque cross there from Bamford. And it's kind of role reversal. It's Bamford, the striker, who kind of crosses it towards Helder Costa, who's inside the box. It's such a good finish from the Portuguese winger. He's got 2 goals now. Bamford's got an assist to his name. It's Leeds 4, Fulham 1. And just as they take off Onoma and Kamara, Cabano and Decord for Reed come on. I'm just going to call him Reed because it's easier. Reed comes on.
Was it last year? One of the years he just had Reed on, but then he changed Decord over.
I think it was last season, and Leeds are coming forward again here, and you can see this becoming a rout. And it's such lovely work. Still going forward. It's going to be lofted into the box, and well, Leeds have still got it here. It's going to have to be cleared away desperately from Cavaliero. Cavaliero clears it, and my lord, it
hasn't cleared it far though.
Leeds. They're on fire right now.
It's something you like to see. It's as much as Yorkshire people hate Leeds, it's good to see a Yorkshire team doing well. It was the same Sheffield United last year. Luckily, I don't support one, so I don't have to get...
it's great work from Cavaliero.
No one. Where's Mitrovic?
Trying to lay it off to... Mitrovic was calling for it, doesn't get the ball, but it's come here in towards the path of,
That's great defending by Calvin Phillips.
And it's just great defending there, and I tell you what, just as they make the 2 subs to try and go a little bit more attacking, they're now 3 goals down with half an hour to go. And
Mitrovic hat-trick, anyone? Mitrovic hat-trick?
Well, I think Benaldo will be absolutely buzzing if Mitrovic got a hat-trick in this game. But right now, it's Bamford who's running the show, and in fact, it'll be Benaldo who'll be delighted that Bamford has got an assist to his name as well, because that was such a lovely ball.
It's the touch to get past the defenders, and then even putting the cross in, it's on the slide.
There's not much they could have done in terms of Bamford there because he just sold the defender, but the actual cross itself, as you said, 3 players in the box, completely unmarked.
For God's sake, I'm down to 7 points now.
It's just great work there from Leeds.
Joe Bryan's lost 2.
Oh, God, and well, you might be losing a few more points here.
Why didn't I put Leeds
goes.
players in?
4-1. I don't think maybe many Leeds fans expected a 4-1 scoreline.
I were expecting a close, like a 2-all, 3-2. No, 3-goal. Look at it's a step over.
It's just beautiful. The cross, look at it. I mean,
it's perfectly weird. Michael Hector there. You say the Fulham didn't kind of anything, but there were 3 players, Leeds players with marks.
But that's the thing. Fulham are shite. That's the problem. Fulham have conceded 7 goals in 2 games now. And you've got to be looking at it. And we said earlier, I can't remember who made the point in the chat, but somebody said it was a League One-esque defence. We said...
From what we've seen today.
Oh, Adoy's coming forward here, though. But we said give it credit, it's probably Championship-esque defence. This is League 2 level defending.
Who did they play the first game?
First game they played Arsenal. There's a good chance here for a ball, slight deflection on a cross, but Meslier catches it. In the first game they played Arsenal.
3-0, you could be laughed against Arsenal, top tier side, but Leeds, they've recently promoted. You played them so much last year, in past years. And
the thing is, I don't think Leeds have even played at the highest level.
No.
They've had it quite easy, to be honest. And yeah, do you know what? Looking back at that with the cross, yeah, they probably should have done a little better. Too many defenders ball watching.
Yeah.
But their defence is shit. It's a shite defence. It's very similar defence to what they had when they came up before anyway, because I think Adoy was there. They've still got Lamarchand, who was there when they were in the Premier League beforehand. Not much has changed, and you look at the defence on paper compared to the rest of the league. West Brom's got a pretty poor defence. Fulham's got a pretty poor defence.
Leeds
have got an alright defence, I think.
Right. I think Cocky's a great signing. They've actually bought someone who can make a difference. I feel like Fulham and West Brom haven't.
I don't see anyone in that Fulham defence that I think I can trust on him. I don't even think I could trust Brian.
Or Tete even.
I mean, with Tete, you've got to give him some time, and maybe it is a case of giving these players time, but like the actual defence was the defence that they had in the Championship last season. Bar Tete.
The main thing is Brian's actually had a decent game. He won the penalty. He's made some bounding runs, but in defence, he's nowhere to be found. He'd be great as like a CDM who would push up forward. But
I just think Scott Parker's got to be very worried here because they've not done really anything attacking wise. We've said Mitrovic has been really shoddy in this game.
That is nice by
Zambo Anguissa. It's a lovely ball, and maybe they've got a chance here to go to take the shot.
That's
and
a good goal.
And it's in the back of the net, and it is game on. It is Bobby Reid. That's his first name.
Cordova Reid. There we go.
You can say it for me, Aldo de Andre Frank Zambo Anguissa, because it's easy. And he's 4-2, and well, we've just said maybe Fulham. We're not being a bit shoddy. The back of the game.
We love a high-scoring Leeds game, don't we?
We love a goal. We love Leeds games, and it's 4-2. And I've got to change the scoreline again. Rowan, talk us through that goal.
It's lovely. It's Zambo Anguissa again. Uses his body, just bodies Calvin Phillips. Plays the ball through to Cordova Reid. And Cordova Reid, it's a lovely, smart finish. But it's all Zambo Anguissa. And Reid just plays himself through, gives him a bit of space. No defence. Dallas nowhere near him. Reid just pulls his boot into it. Meslier is not saving that.
What a game.
4-2.
We've got half an hour left. 4-2. Fulham will probably feel like they've got plenty of time to get back into this, and they're absolutely right, they do indeed. But Bobby Reid with the goal, and Leeds coming forward here. Alien's going to whip the ball into the box. It's towards the near far left-hand post, towards Harrison, who just can't get a touch. And once again, it's end-to-end football now.
I mean, we talked about the subs coming on at probably the worst time. Look at what the sub has just done, made such an impact. Howard Rotherham.
Still 1-0 in our game, but there's a mistake here at the back, and Phillips accidentally does Steven Gerrard and slips over, and now Fulham can come forward here, and it's a lovely run here from Bobby Cordova Reid.
Reid played the ball.
And he's still going, he slips, but somehow he's still got the ball.
Who's that? Is it? It's number 7.
It is Reid. Still got it. Still going. Trying to whip in across, which he does, but it's out of.
This is what you want to see from the new subs.
Great start here for the substitutes, and actually, looking there, I think that's Cabano, yeah. But
I saw 7 on the shirt, so
just have a look there and see which number it is. Yep, Cabano, we're all right there. But good work here from the 2 substitutes. They might have come on. It wasn't late because at the point it was 3-1.
Who came on?
It was Cabano and Reid that have come on. But obviously they're making the change at the point where it was 3-2, so 3-1.
Yeah.
So they were still in it, and I mean even now, 63 minutes on the clock, 64 to be precise. They've still got time to get back into it.
Cambridge are 5-0 up against Morecambe.
Jesus Christ, that's not what you want to be seeing. But what we are wanting to see is some more goals in this game. And
I mean,
getting what we asked for.
25 minutes left still. 25? Yeah, 25 minutes left.
Bloody hell. Leeds love a thriller. They're
They
not
do
making
so
it
far.
easy for themselves, do they?
They've come up to the Premier League and said, we're going to just give you as many goals as we want.
Unbelievable game so far. 64 minutes on the clock, 4-2 Leeds. Fulham have got that goal back in the game from Bobby Reid just about a minute or two ago. They will feel like they've got time to get back into this, and you can quite clearly see, obviously, Scott Parker's made those changes to try and get back into it. But you still worry about this Leeds attack because they're coming forward here again, and it's going to be a good chance here. Tyler Roberts into Helder Costa. Back to Roberts again, who's gone down, and the referee is going to give
I thought I got the ball.
a free kick to Leeds.
You know, if let's say this game ends 4-3 to Leeds, if you're Scott Parker, you're not happy, but is it a bad result? Is it like the Leeds-esque against Liverpool? Obviously, it's two different sides, but a 4-3 loss, I feel like, isn't as embarrassing.
No,
especially when you're 4-1 down.
I think he'd still be disappointed, but I think it'd be the same for Leeds. I think Bielsa would be disappointed.
Conceding 3.
Conceding 3 goals again.
When you're 4-1 up as well, letting 2 more goals in.
But we got a free kick here for Leeds, and it's going to be whipped in this time. It's a very good position to whip this in for a couple of the defenders. Which
Cock and Bamford,
and Calvin Phillips here. If you can get an assist for my FPL team, that'd be absolutely fantastic. And it's in a great
position. One thing I hate about his hair is the fade. I hate that it's fade and then there's more hair below it.
He's going to whip it in though. I do get what you mean. It's lofted in and not the best header on goal from Cock there.
Cock. Still 0-0, by the way, man.
What a game.
In Oldham.
What a game. 4-2. It still feels like
no,
there's
it's
more
not.
goals in this. And, there's been a goal, and if you don't know, Rowan's an Oldham fan, and I think he might have just had a goal that's gone in.
Yeah. I saw it with 0-0, but the tweets weren't in order.
Yeah.
So it was like a minute ago, 0-0, lovely work by Grant. Just treating it 22 seconds, goal for Stevenage.
Oh dear. And this is why it's probably never a good idea doing 3 o'clock kickoffs. Because Rowan's team has gone 1-0 down.
Someone just said, I'd pay to watch this team.
Fulham are coming forward here. Lovely ball towards Mitrovic. He's going to lay it off, and Mitrovic has got a good chance here. Mitrovic, take the shot. And what are you doing? Just take it on.
Still there, Kenny Tete though. Whips it in.
No, he can't. Mitrovic! It's in! It's 4-3! Oh, what again? He's not going to count.
Here it is. I think.
Is it? Oh, well, there's a bit of fighting going on here, and I don't know. He's going to count. 4-3. Game on. Fulham are back in it.
Jesus.
Oh my lord, and well, there was a dispute there. He stopped for a second as if to see if it was a foul, but it's been given. It's 4-3, Rowan. Describe the goal.
And it's lovely. He comes off a Mitrovic fail shot, but Kenetete gets it up, and it's Mesley's fault there, in my opinion. Mitrovic does well, jumps up, wins the header, but Mesley comes out early, then bottles it, and Mitrovic's got an open goal to head in. Bloody Phil here. It's Phil here game.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, because I was looking at the old, trying to find out what happened with the Oldham goal, and I just went, goal for Fulham. Thanks, Phil.
What a game. Well, Benalda's booing in the chat. He's not happy that Mitrovic has scored, but Jocelyn will be because Mitrovic, he obviously wanted goals. We want goals from both strikers, it looks like in this game. It's 4-3. It's 67 minutes on the clock. There's 23 minutes left to go, and this is...
What a game.
What a game of football.
This gets 4-all. I think we're going to have some more noise complaints.
I think we might indeed, but fuck them. Sorry to say, Rowan Stevenage 1-0 Oldham latest score. That's what Chris has put in the chat.
Chris, I threw my phone in anger, and then I found out that Fulham scored as well, so fuck Oldham and fuck Phil here.
Fulham now have got to feel, we were saying 5 minutes ago, they're down and out. They've got to feel like they can get back in.
Anguissa again.
Forward, Anguissa still going. You'd think he might take the shot on here. Anguissa still going.
Don't want to put it on his left.
Going to let off into Cabano. Lovely work from Cabano. Takes the shot. Oh, it's in the post. Oh.
Fulham are coming here and they are not stopping.
Well, we have the benefit of being in a room where we can make noise, or else if we were in your room, we'd have been fucked. But Cabano, he's hit the post. He's hit the post, and I tell you what, Meslier was nearly beaten. It could have been 4-4. Fucking hell, what a game this has been.
I understand why you have your window closed now.
And Mitrovic, it was Mitrovic-esque, isn't it? It's just a standard header, and we said before about Mitrovic not having the best of games.
It's Mesley's fault. He comes out and then he bottles it. And that's poor kick by Mesley.
But I'll put noise complaints. It's game day, baby. Exactly. Fuck them. This is a game and a half, and Fulham are coming forward here. It's Cavaliero on the far right hand side. He's going to lay it off in towards the path of, I think it was, just looking right now, I think it was Reid who's there in the box, but he just can't get it. And luckily enough, as I said before,
oh, for God's sake,
we're in a great position to potentially have 4-4.
Yeah,
Because there's 20 minutes left on the clock.
Steven Idge have got a penalty.
Oh my God, he's getting from bad to worse right now.
That is lovely by
Rowan.
Caballero. It's a back heel. I think it's Michael Hector.
Oh my Lord, and well, what a game. We've just got to take a breather right now in this, and we haven't scored. As I see in the top right, we've had a goal, but it's 1-0 to Rotherham right now. We're going to have another change. Mario Lemina's coming on for Fulham.
Making all the
Former
changes.
Southampton player, was on loan last season at Galatasaray. They've got to go for it.
Lawler has saved it.
Oh, go on. Still time for Oldham to maybe get back into it.
And Leeds making a sub. Is that Bogut?
I think that's...
I don't know, Nick. Leeds players.
I'm not going to take a guess here on who that is. I'm just going to wait to see.
Alioski.
Alioski scored the
Fatty
equalising goal
Bamps coming on.
in the Carabao Cup against
Look
Hull.
at him. Look at the hair.
Then missed his penalty.
Look at his hair.
Got a nice trim there.
It gives me like 80s vibes and I don't know why.
Chris said, would this be happening with fans back?
No. We talked about it when we were walking to Morrison's earlier. I think fans back sometimes could put a bit more pressure on players. With this, it's like you see the training match scores and some behind closed doors friends, and it's like a 7-6.
Yeah, it's
I think. Ooh, Fulham have stolen it here.
mistake here at the back, and Fulham are coming forward, and well, they're going to fit
Cabano
the
whips it
Cabano lobs it in.
No.
Not the best cross in the world, and well,
If he goes middle there,
you need Mitrovic to be in the middle, but there's not much he could have done there. And just there's 20 minutes left, Rowan. There's 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
and we've had 7 goals, and it feels like more are coming. And
we love 7-goal thrillers, don't we?
with the way that this game has gone, we honestly do. With the
Fulham
way
have
that
really switched it up.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Fulham have got the confidence in this game, and it's just we're going to have to do Leeds every week at this rate. Unbelievable. And they're coming. Well, they've got thrown in here.
For God's
Fulham.
sake!
Oh, and well, good chance.
Stevenage
have scored.
after we saved a penalty.
Nightmare for Oldham right now, which of course is the team that Rowan supports. But Fulham coming forward here. Michael Hector, back heel there from, I think it was Ivan Cavalieri. It's gone straight back to Leeds though, and it's going to be passed back to Meslier, who hits it long. And look at the attempts.
Yeah.
6 attempts, 5 on target
The
for
Leeds were winning that at the start.
11 attempts, 5 on target for Fulham. 3 goals for Fulham. Obviously 4 for Leeds. 19 minutes left on the clock, and they're coming forward here. Not the best ball in the world to Mitrovic, and we can have a little breather, I think.
Also, Halifax were 2-0 up, and now it's 2-all.
Jesus
Just
Christ.
a curse for
What a
Oldham.
crazy day. And the quality of football in the Premier League right now has been absolutely exceptional.
Dortmund have revealed their starting 11. Berkey and Net, Sancho, Haaland, Hazard, Hummels, Akanji, Bellingham, Chan, Munir, Witzel and Gio Reyna. So no Delaney.
Interesting choice there from Dortmund. Should be a good game, that, though.
And
We're
the-
talking about a good game. 4-3 Leeds. If you're a Leeds fan, you're biting your nails once again because you were 4-1 up. Fulham have made a really good comeback in this game, but the comeback is not complete as of yet. They still need another goal.
The
if they want to
United
get a
side's
point.
been announced as well. De Gea, Fosu, Mensah, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, McTominay, Fernandes, Pogba, James, Marshall and Rafford.
Talking about games later on, we're going to be back tonight. It'll be me and KL. We're going to be doing a watch along for Arsenal West Ham, which kicks off at 8 o'clock. Get ready for that one, because if it's anything like this, we're going to have an absolutely cracking double header. I mean, what a way to start the return of the Premier League. 2 Leeds watch-alongs. We've had a stupid amount of goals, but we'll be live, I think, from about 7:45, 7:50 for the Arsenal West Ham game, and I don't think it's going to be to the same quality as this match.
Oh, you don't know, but
You never know. The way that the games have been today so far, we've had 5-2 and 4-3.
Still 18 minutes left.
Mental game, and hopefully the pace can continue on.
And we said game over at 4-1, yet we're 2 goals deep more. And freaking hell.
I tell you what, if Fulham make it 4-4, what an incredible comeback, because
even if it
they
ends
looked down and out at 4-1.
Yeah.
But Leeds are coming forward here. If they can make it 5-3, they're going to make Fulham's job even more harder here. It's Jack Harrison on the far left-hand side. A lovely bit of trickery. Going to let off into Matthias Klick. Back heel, who tries to get it towards Harrison. Doesn't come off at all. And just poor there from Leeds.
Again, it's once that second goal, Fulham goal went in. Leeds have not looked there as a... Fulham got a big chance. It's poor pass there by Caballero.
Jesselin's put, he thinks Haaland's going to get a hat-trick, and Bernardo is a little bit disappointed because he's obviously Bamford. He wanted Bamford to stay on. But they're coming forward here, and it's a good chance here for a potential opportunity. Great save from Areola. He's still going to be here for Leeds, though. He's going to be hit.
That's a great double save from Areola. Bit of a weak shot, but to get back up and ready.
Really, really good work there from Areola. As you said, he had to get up very quick. It was Tyler Roberts on the ball. He laid it off into the path of number 10. Alioski. Good save there on the rebound. It comes towards the path of Calvin Phillips, who takes the shot on. And as you said, he's got to be quick to get back up. Although
it's a weak shot by Phillips.
Phillips' shot was weak. And
Zambuguisa.
Fulham come forward. He's going to play on because that was the right decision, trying to lay it off into Mitrovic. He's going to come down here for Reed, who takes it on the volley.
Imagine if that went in.
Oh my God. This game is alive, Benalda's put. It really is right now.
I've loaded up Spotify. I didn't mean to do
that. Oh my Lord. 15 minutes left on the clock, and you really do feel like Fulham can make a comeback in this game.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
4-3 right now. I doubt we'll get any noise complaints, and if we do, they can go fuck themselves. But Leeds are coming forward. It was Harrison who takes the shot on, but it's wide of the mark. And
you say we're doing uni work?
We are indeed. We're live. We're
streaming. We're streaming to the millions.
Public.
The millions.
I wish it was millions.
And millions.
But Harrison's shot here is terrible. Bit of an awkward angle for him. Takes a shot on. Goes over the left side of the post. Not really testing there for Meslier at all. But Fulham are coming forward here, and it really is alive, as Benaldo's put in this game. 15 minutes left.
That's you.
One of the players has gone down. I think it's Sambo and Grease. Is indeed. And
ref needs to blow the whistle if Leeds got
playing on right now, and I think there was a couple of players there thinking the ref was going to blow his whistle. Meslier's hit it long.
He's back up.
And luckily he's back up.
Let's see if Meslier does kick out a player.
He should be alright here, Angry. So he's still holding his thigh there. Slight limp. Might come off here.
You can't have enough subs?
Have they not? Oh yeah, they've used them all.
They did the double sub and then they brought on
Lamina.
Yeah,
it won't be good here if... I can't get down to 10 men, but Leeds have got the ball back here. Helder Costa, great tackle.
Just goes right into him. Helder Costa down as well, but
this should be alright.
So that was given as a foul.
If you want to use the stream as well, really greatly appreciate it if you do leave a like and a subscription. I've always got plenty more watch-alongs to come. As I said, double-headed today in terms of watch-alongs in the Premier League, but what a game this has been so far. If you've just joined us, it's Leeds 4, Fulham 3. Mental match right now so far in this game, and honestly, just endless amounts of goals. Just doesn't feel like this is over yet.
No, really doesn't.
14 minutes on the clock.
Actually, another 2 goals here from either side. Yeah,
maybe 5-4.
I think Fulham are the most likely to score. I forgot about the players.
They're just both so open.
Yeah.
And I mean, Fulham have looked a little bit better in this last 15-20 minutes since they've got the 2 goals back in this. They've really been able to take a bit of a foothold on the game. But they both look really shoddy at the back. Click trying to come forward.
That's
lovely
very nice
work from the Polish midfielder, but Helder Costa can't keep it in play.
The Fulham players are just surrounding the entire Leeds team.
Oh man, it's just an endless match. And Scott Parker, it'll be... I think now, we said earlier, would he be disappointed if it ended 3-2 or 4-3? I think now he would.
Yeah. Because
they have had a better second half than in the first.
Yeah, Leeds going back on Meslier. Wow, with his box.
But there's still 13 minutes left. Plenty of time. So I think Leeds have got one more change they can make.
Alioski.
Two changes they can make.
Yeah, 2.
No, sorry, 1, because Rodrigo came off, didn't he?
Yeah, half-time for Taylor Roberts.
So they've still got one change they can make. But Fulham trying to come forward, yeah?
I'm going to say so far who's your man of the match, but we're probably a bit too late for that, because I think they might get another goal. But for me, it's Zambo and Greaser.
Bamford.
True, yeah.
I think probably put Bamford or even Helder Costa up there.
Both I think it's going to be a Leeds player. There's parts of this game where Zambrangwisa has been levels above.
It's been really, really good, but I think if you're putting players up there, probably it'd be either Andre Frank Zambrangwisa, Patrick Bamford, or Costa.
Yeah.
But I think Bamford probably deserves
it. Yeah, goal and assist.
Goal and assist. I mean, you could say Helder Costa because he scored 2 goals, but they played very well, Leeds, and you could say obviously Fulham didn't play that good in the first half, played much better in the second half. They haven't gone long ball as much as they did in the first half, which is what we said was the problem.
Maybe they're doing it because Rodrigo can chase, Bamford can hold, possibly.
Oh no, more Fulham.
Fulham, sorry. Yeah. Well, the midfield hasn't done any running, really. He's been lurking.
He's been doing a lot of hold-up playing here. He's on the ball now, trying to do a bit of hold-up. Can't get the ball, and it's good work there from Calvin Phillips. But Andre Frank Zambrangwisa, who's, as you said, he's such a good game.
And he's so huge. He's just bulky, which means he can hold up that ball.
But what Michael Hector can't do is head the ball to one of his Fulham players.
I love that from Fulham. And Kenny Tete's coming on, pushing Alioski, and Hector just headbutting.
There's going to be a free kick here. I think it's been given advantage to Leeds there. Just having a check, and it is spot on for the referee there. Poor tackle from Tete. Well, sorry, it wasn't tackle. Poor push from Tete.
So I was just looking at the Dortmund side. 2 17-year-olds, 2 20-year-olds. Sancho and Haaland, and then Reina and Bellingham.
They've got a young side. They've got a very young side indeed.
They will just move on.
But we've got a free kick here. It's going to be lofted in by Calvin Phillips, who has Had a couple of good balls into the box today. Can he get another good cross into the box to make it 5-3? It's going to be lofted in. Not the greatest.
Should be a counter-attack for Fulham here.
Oh,
That's lovely
work. I think that's Cavalier on the ball there, and
gives
just
it
a
away,
poor pass. But
roulette.
Great.
Love a good roulette.
There's been some nice silky skills from Fulham today, more than Leeds. But 10 minutes left, 4-3. Fulham, the pace has died down very slightly in the last 5 minutes. They need to try and get that pace back right now because Leeds looked a little bit worried, didn't they?
Yeah.
In that last couple of minutes where Fulham were really pushing forward.
Shame they can't use the momentum they got they didn't get that fourth goal with the momentum they had from the other two.
Absolutely, and I think they just need to try and keep going at that pace, but it's very hard to because it was very quick, dynamic football from them. But it's died down very slightly here. Of course, you'd expect Leeds now. Are they going to try and push for a fifth goal? Do they sit back for a fourth? And with the way it looks, they want to go for a fifth and end this game. It's very
to bed, yeah. But Fulham again looking nice.
It's very Liverpool-esque, isn't it? The old Liverpool of a couple of years ago, where it was just score more than the other side.
Yeah.
And I think this is what both teams are just having to go for right now. And of course, Leeds have the advantage being 4 up.
Yeah. I want to see another goal. I really do.
And well, there might be a chance here because it's going to be a cross lofted in. Doesn't get to anyone though. Although Fulham have somehow got it back. It's cleared away by Calvin Phillips. Has gone all the way long there.
Michael Hayes doesn't look convincing today. In terms of tackles, probably yeah, but his heading has been wayward.
Yeah, it's been a little bit poor, but then you can say, to be fair, both backlines have been really poor today. Really poor. Obviously, the 2 penalties that were given away early were very, very weak.
5-0.
Jesus Christ, and they got a red card as well.
Yeah.
Getting mauled. But there's going to be a free kick here for Fulham, I think. A foul from Matthias Click on, I think it's Reed. Just having a look right now.
4-4 in Wimbledon, Plymouth.
Bloody hell, what a game.
And Hull 0-0.
0-0 still, but Fulham got a free kick in the defensive half of play. It's going to be lofted up towards Mitrovic, doesn't get anywhere near him. Helder Costa gets the ball, takes a touch on the halfway line. He's going to loft it long towards the path.
I think he's offside.
Alioski, who isn't going to get the ball anyway because it's hit with the outside of the foot of Costa, straight into the path of Areola.
Hoffenheim won the game in extra time, 92nd minute, 1-3-2 because Drexler got a goal back in the 86th.
Jesus. And there's the other card here, which has come out for, I think Calvin... Massive Clicks just pushed the ball away. The ref gave a free kick to Fulham. He's just tapped the ball away, obviously, to try and get a little bit of time wasting going on. And the referee books him there. So one of the first yellow cards of the game, actually, that's been given out.
Mm-hmm.
We're still 4-3 in this one.
So I'm just looking at the results in the Bundesliga. Augsburg winning 3-1. Hoffenheim winning 3-2, last minute goal. Arminia Bielefeld getting a 1-0 draw against Frankfurt. Good result for them. Freiburg winning 3-2.
Fulham coming forward now. Lovely work here. Can Cabana get the ball? He can't. Great defending at the back there. Luke Ayling doing a bit of defending. Now Helder Costa gets the ball on the far right hand side.
Just keep it in.
Could get a hat trick. Still going here, Helder Costa.
It's a good battle now between...
He's taken down.
That's a great battle between Brian and Costa.
Really good work from Joe Bryan there. Just keeps really nice and tight to Helder Costa, making sure he can't get through on goal. But the referee this time is going to give a free kick to
and Hertha won 4-1. Juan Cordoba got a 90th minute.
Oh, well, I think there's just been a goal for Hull because we can hear celebrations from the opposite room. But are Fulham fans going to be celebrating at the end of this with a point or 3? Or are Leeds going to get their first 3 points on the board? 8 minutes left on the clock. It's getting a little bit cagey now. And I think Zambrangis has gone down here with cramp.
Ooh, Malik Wilkes.
Malik Wilkes for goal. Not bad there for Hull. But as I said, Zambrangis has gone down with cramp here, which is not what you want to be seeing.
He's run his legs off today, though.
And with 7 minutes left, the last thing you want to do here is take him off and be down to 10 men because, of course, they've used all 3 of their substitutes, which I think will be the last thing in Scott Parker's mind to take the players off because, well, they've done so well in this last couple of minutes. But they still need a goal. 4-3 right now. What are your thoughts in the game? Put it in the chat as always. And if you are new, do leave a like and a subscription. We're very close to 710 subscribers, which isn't too bad.
So close.
But what a match. First game at Ellen Road. Imagine if the fans were there.
Imagine. And one thing that's mental is I've driven past that stadium so many times. In the past 16 years, obviously, there's been no Premier League football. It's just weird.
Well, that's the thing, though. I think it'll bring a lot of fans back. It'll bring a lot of fans back to Ellen Road. Of course, when they are in there. I'd buy a
drone and fly a drone over and just watch it from a drone.
Who needs Sky and BT? Get a drone to fly it over. Just watch it overhead. But we got a free kick here for Fulham.
Was that you?
Yeah, it was.
Let's get this.
It's going to be lofted long by Neon there. Mitrovic
Yeah.
Just get a touch. He's put his hands up there, calling for a penalty, but the referee, of course, no indication. And they're going to play it back to Areola here. I tell you what, these lights on, it's very sweaty in this room right now because it is a fairly warm day in the UK. And the lights, of course, do help. But there's a mistake at the back here, and surely now Matches Click is on the ball. He's going to lay it off to Alioski, and well, he's got to do so much better there, Click, because had he laid that off to Alioski, you'd have expected that to have been 5-3.
That should have been a goal for Leeds. That really should have. That's poor.
It's pretty much a 2-on-1.
Mm-hmm.
All he's got to do is lay it off, and it's a mistake here at the back from Mario Lamina actually giving the ball away.
Possession.
And you can see the run Alioski makes to just get past Dennis Adoy.
It's Dallas who plays the ball into him.
And while Leeds have still got the ball here, Calvin Phillips just going to try and lay this off into the path of...
No one.
Poor ball there.
I think it's Click who plays a horrible ball outside.
Really poor indeed. And you can see Leeds' nerves. I think overall, we've got 5 minutes left, so anything could change. And you're actually looking there, Liam Cooper grabbing onto Mitrovic's neck slightly. Nothing too serious, but
he's holding onto his shirt. I think that's what Mitrovic were calling for.
Yeah.
He's got a chance for a penalty, because if you're in the box and someone's trying to pull your shirt, if Mitrovic goes down, that's a penalty.
Oh, and now there's a chance here potentially. Poor touch there from Alioski. He's going to be cleared away by Fulham. And with 5 minutes left to go on the clock, still time for potentially maybe a goal or two.
Yeah.
But what do you think of the performances? Although actually Leeds coming
Who would have thought that this game would have had 7 goals in it?
Might have 8 potentially, because Leeds have got a free kick just outside the edge of the box, and Lamina
again
giving their free kick away. Well, would you be happy if you're a Leeds fan?
Yeah, you winning a game in Premier League. I think you'd be very unhappy that you've conceded them 2 goals and sort of lost. You would have had a +3 goal difference. Now you're a +1. But I think you've got to be happy with the result. I don't think Bielsa will. I really don't. I think Bielsa will be very unhappy that they've conceded 3.
Still 1-0.
Still 1-0.
I think he'd be very disappointed.
Yeah.
The fact they were 4-1 up and it's now 4-3. They shouldn't be in this position.
No.
It should have become either finish 4-1 or become a whitewash.
Should have sent the game to bed.
The game to bed, absolutely. Free kick though for Leeds just outside the box. Phillips and Harrison are the ones standing over this. If they can put this in, then it surely should be game, set and match. It's going to be Harrison who takes it. And he's hit the wall. Really poor free kick, and got to be doing better from there. And Fulham here are going to try and make a counter-attack, which is dispossessed by Calvin Phillips, and now he's laid the ball into Tyler Roberts. What can he do? Slight tackle there from Hector, but lovely work from the Jamaican centre-back. And now Fulham can come forward. 4 minutes left on the clock. Fulham need a goal if they want to get their first point on the board. If not, Leeds will have their first 3 of the season. And you can expect many more 3 points, because they've not been bad today, but defensively wise, they still look very shoddy at the back.
Yeah, it's poor from them.
Poor from both sides. If I was a Fulham fan, even if you do get a 4-4 draw, I'd be very worried.
So who did they played? Arsenal, played Leeds. I mean, what games have both teams got coming up after this?
Leeds have got Sheffield United next week, which is on TV once again. And then Fulham, I don't exactly know who they've got, but I'd be worried. I'd be very worried if you were a Fulham fan, because you know
Sheffield went. Oh, that's the cup. Villa.
That's one of the games they've got to win.
Yeah,
they have to.
That's their biggest opportunity. Use the momentum you got from this game, and put that into an easy win over Villa. It should be a win.
It's the games they've got to win. Isn't it? The teams around there, the Villas. I'm just thinking
Leeds.
the
I'm going
West
to
Broms.
put Leeds around there because they are recently promoted.
Exactly.
It's a great ball through.
Leeds with a potential chance here to make it 5. It's Helder Costa just on the far right hand side of the box at the edge. It's going to be laid off here back to Helder Costa, who can just get the ball, try and lay it off into the path of Alioski, who can't get the ball.
By Fulham.
And Fulham here can try and get a counter attack. Anguissa, lovely footwork from him. He's been fantastic today for Fulham. He's the one player who can look back and think, do you know what, I had a good game.
Yeah, it's a ball at the top.
Good defending at the back here for Leeds. What could they do here? It's going to be Ayling who's going to try and hit this one further up the pitch.
And he's hit the microphone.
Slight deflection. It's going to be a Leeds throw-in.
Is it a microphone?
I think it is.
Yeah.
And Ayling just probably going to take the time now, Leeds. I don't think it's a case of making it 5-3. Just get the game over with now. Take the 4-3 win.
Yeah.
Finish the game off there, rather than trying to push numbers upfield. Let Fulham have a little bit of space. 3-0. Oh dear, not a good day for Oldham.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's all right. You've had this game to enjoy instead, rather than having to watch Oldham slide.
Handball.
I thought that was handball there. It isn't, and Fulham are coming forward here.
But I know. I can't steal it.
So unlucky there. And it was Josh Onima who just tried to push forward up the pitch, and he's done very well there to get the ball back for Fulham. But once again, Calvin Phillips has been really good himself today in the midfield. Dispossesses Fulham, and Leeds can come forward. But once again, it's
back and forth. It's Risa.
The two centre defensive midfielders for either side have been fantastic today. And talking about one is Calvin Phillips.
Oh, that's not a foul. Get up.
Should have continued play there.
Yellow card to Kiritete.
Should have continued play, the referee. Don't know why he's...
20 seconds left on the normal clock. I think we'll get maybe 2 minutes at a time.
We've got still 1-0 down Rotherham, not too bad.
4 minutes.
But here we go. How many minutes do you think?
4 minutes.
4.
I think. I'm quite confident.
5.
I'm quite confident at 4 minutes as well.
Is that because you've seen 4 minutes by Phil Hay? Phil Hay trying to ruin it for us.
I just want to see if Oldham are going to at least get a goal back.
Rowan.
Oh, it's 4 minutes.
You are spot on. There's 4 minutes of additional time.
Oracle me.
Question is, can Fulham make a comeback here? 4-1 down, Fulham were. 4-3 now in this game. But the fouls are going in.
There's positives you can take from it. Fulham, you've got the goals back. Samuel Grease has had an incredible game. But then Leeds, Phillips, great game.
I think there's positives, but I think Bielsa won't be happy.
I think the entire Leeds team have had a good game. I think certain players for Fulham have had a good game.
I don't think either manager will be happy. I think
Parker
Bielsa will be happy with the win.
Yeah.
Not yet. Parker out bit early. I think he'll be happy with the win, but disappointed with the fact that they've conceded 3 goals.
Fulham will go quick though.
If Fulham can make it 4-4, then I think Scott Parker will be happy with the fact that they've fallen down. But they've had a couple of positives in this game. They were much better in the second half than the first.
There's definitely positives that both teams can take.
But Leeds are coming forward here, and look at the space right now. Obviously, Fulham got to go with numbers. In numbers, and it's Harrison here on the far left-hand side. Can he lay it off into the box?
Take it to the corner.
Going to take it to the corner flag and just waste time here. You can't blame them, of course.
Hector as well.
Harrison's got the ball back, but the referee's going to give free kick in the advantage to the advantage of Fulham. And Hector, you would expect, he's going to take this very quickly because time is running out. We've got about 2.5 minutes left, and you feel like maybe Fulham aren't going to get that equaliser.
Smith showed a bit of space, plays out to the wing.
Here's Niskins Cabano on the far right hand side, trying to get past the Leeds defence, but he can't. He might get another opportunity, he won't. And it's Dallas.
Kiritete's won it.
You can see how many players are up right now for Fulham, and they've just got to
make something
quick. It's Onima into Mario Lamina. What can you do here, Lamina? Still going, Lamina. Tries to go for the shot, but it's exquisite defending at the back there for Leeds, and they are going to get a free kick. Foul from Dennis Adoy, and that could be game, set and match.
Mm-hmm. Oh, free kick taken quickly though to the wing, and it's offside. Still 2 minutes left.
There could be one last opportunity in this game. We'll have to see. I doubt there is. Obviously, Ariola's going to come and take the free kick here, which is about 35 yards out from his goal. He's hit this long. You would expect Mitrovic to get a touch, which he does. He's actually headed it to himself. Ball bobbles down back to Mitrovic on the far left-hand side. Here's Ivan Cavaliero back to Mitrovic on the left wing, which is where you don't want him right now. He's going to have to lay this off. I think he's going to try and get it to Andre Frank Zamora. So he goes for the back heel, and it's a stupid decision. Why has he gone for that?
He's got to stay in.
You can see Anguissa's just calling for it. And
he's gone for something. Ariola will just hoof this up far, and he has done.
He's indeed hoofed up long, trying to get it towards
Mitrovic. Who's Fulham's backup striker?
It would be Reed.
Do you play him? Instead of Mitrovic hasn't had a great... He scored, obviously, but his first touch has been horrible this game, in my opinion.
I don't think you can drop him, though, for Fulham.
Nah, I suppose not.
I mean, they did drop him for the first game. He didn't play the first game, and he didn't play in the playoff. The playoffs, obviously, because he was injured. But they're coming forward here, Fulham again. You'd expect this to be cleared away by Tyler Roberts, but Michael Hector's got the ball back.
Well, there's only one defender back, and that's Adoy.
They can get one more chance here. And it's Dennis Adoy bombing forward.
Have a whack.
Dennis Adoy still going.
Yeah,
Adoy, he's gone for it, and probably not the best idea in the world.
If he wins a corner there, it's perfect.
And that should be that. Scott Parker, you can see a bit of resentment there to the fact that his team are probably going to come out of here with once again no points. But
is that deflected? No, it's not.
Dennis Adoy going for the opportunity. I guess he's got a right to, but at the same time, I would have probably laid it off. But that should be that.
Ooh.
Leeds might have just got their first 3 points on the board.
2 seconds left on the clock. I think the kick will go, the whistle will blow.
Yeah, the whistle is in the referee's mouth. It's going to be hit by Meslier.
It's a poor kick.
And it's a really poor kick. And, well, is the referee going to give advantage here? He isn't.
Oh, wait.
It's cleared away, and that is that.
What a game.
Leeds get their first 3 points of the season on the board in what is another thriller, this time at Ellen Road, between Leeds United and Fulham. The two teams, of course, that came up from the Championship last season gave us what you could say is probably one of the best matches this season, although there's been about 500 classics already. But what a great game. Costa gets 2 goals, Bamford with a goal and assist, Kliss with a penalty. Mitrovic got 2. We said he had a bad game.
Yeah,
got 2 goals.
He didn't.
And, of course, Bobby Reid as well. Got a goal for himself. They were 4-1 down Fulham. Got it back to 4-3, but they just couldn't get the winner in the end. What a game of football, Rowan.
What a game. Both sides really giving it their all today. Leeds were the better side. They were.
Absolutely.
That first half really proved why they were the better side. The second half, they came and got them 2 goals, put it to 4-1. It's one of them things, but yeah, better side. Fulham will take positives, but there's a lot of negative things they need to improve. Forest Green have just got a late minute equaliser against Bradford. Jesus. Something you love to see.
They will not be happy. But yeah, I think both sides will be a little bit disappointed in certain aspects. I think Leeds will be disappointed that they've conceded 3. Fulham will probably be disappointed that they didn't get a point back because they did have that 10 or 15 minute spell where they were really going for it. And I think the instant the pace dropped, it looked kind of resigned to the fact that it was just going to end 4-3. But we've had such a great game of football, and it seems to be every time we connect together we get a classic.
We love some good Leeds games.
Very good indeed. And that is our first watch-along of the day finished. We are going to be back actually later tonight. It won't be Rowan, unfortunately.
No, it won't be me.
It's going to be Kieran L joining me tonight. Arsenal taking on West Ham in the London derby. Should be a feisty game of football, that one. Starting at about 7:45, 7:50. Kick-off at 8 p.m. for that match. But for now, thank you very much for joining me, Rowan.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much. Didn't think we expected that many goals.
No, I expected a very close 1-1 draw, 2-1 win.
Yeah, I was expecting the same, but we got 7 goals, an absolute thriller. But as for now, thank you very much for joining us. Hopefully you'll join us later tonight for the second watch along.
Yeah.
But have a great rest of the day, and we will see you later. Goodbye.